just keep getting tagged in more cool art from you dudes. What is up, guys?
What is up, dudes?
We got our Jeff back.
I have returned.
I realized Kayla texted me in the middle of Rob's stream, and was like, God, this holiday was so stressful. I'm just happy to have my boyfriend back. And I was like, basically like, me too. Jeff's home.
That's what I told my family too when I was there. I was like, "You're not my real family. You're not the girthy boys."
No one here knows what girth is.
Fuck you, Grandma. If you were cool, you'd be called Girthma or something that somebody said online. I don't know. I can't think of stuff right now.
I miss my boys.
Colin.
Perfect. Got it all tweeted out. We're live. We're jive.
No, we're not jive. Jive is bad.
Talking
We're
jive.
groovy.
Jive is bad. You sound so nervous. No, jive is bad. We can't be jive. We're not ready for that.
We're not jive turkeys.
What is up, Blast Beat? Rex Doom.
Oh shit.
All the dudes in chat. So many awesome pieces tonight from all of you guys. I'm still getting tagged and stuff on Twitter.
I was gone for so long. StreamYard changed their comments.
Metatron's Cube. Yeah, we got the new themes on. It was a Christmas surprise. Like, it was even pitched like that by StreamYard. They were like, surprise, here's animated themes. It's like, fuck yeah. And I used them for a day, and then everybody realized they were there. It's like, damn it. We had the edge for an hour. Like, Metatron's Cube, El Padrino. Right? We got our Jeff back. Everybody's doing good. Oh, and you know all is right in the world. What's up, Razmaz? Our dude Mitch is here.
Hey, stuntman extraordinaire.
I know he was very busy with the holidays as well. He's got the family and everything. But it's good to have you back as well, Mitch. All the dudes are here.
So
I got my
dude, so little time.
Right, I got my little drawing from Rob's stream. I don't like the blue on that at all. None of this is going to look like this in the final lighting or anything either. I'm thinking too on the actual sculpt, I want to just do like a bunch of weird mushrooms growing off of this guy and stuff.
Did you use a brush or a brush pen to do all that line work?
Yeah, just a really sloppy Pentel brush pen.
That's cool.
I basically dry brushed on the folds and shit like that. Real lazy, but it works. Yours came out kick ass. I missed the legs at the end, but
yeah, I had to figure out what the fuck I was gonna do for that back leg. It wasn't working right, so.
Dude, I kept zoning out, and I'm like drawing mine and just staring at you draw on the screen. It's like I gotta fucking pay attention. Scribbling across mine.
I always do like stream of conscious kind of drawing on these streams because we have like 0 time and no idea what the theme is beforehand. So I'm just like, oh shit, get it done. Then I'm like, wait, why did I do that? Why did I put that leg there?
That was the original concept sketch I did of that guy with like the thinking for like the actor's head inside. It was like basically put like a slip mask over the actor's head that makes it look like an exposed brain. And then the outside is like a skull mixed with like mushrooms, sort of like flower petals opening up top.
Oh, that's cool.
And then I was talking to Kevin. This guy's got like a floating orb above him. We were talking about how actually almost came into play a little bit when I was telling Rob how I don't like. I think that's insane that Rob watches like similar genre stuff when he's working on things. Like I can't. My brain doesn't work like that for whatever reason. But I was talking to Kevin about how I think Japanese like ghost movies and stuff are going to be a big part of the inspiration for this, because that's a big thing with like the Dark Souls games and Bloodborne too, is a lot of weird Japanese inspiration. So I'm going for shit like that and trying to figure out ways we can do these like hovering orbs and stuff, but make them like actually on screen, whether it's miniature composites or what. So I've been learning about compositing in miniatures and now shit like that too. Puppetry, watching old Jim Henson videos and stuff like that. The baby puppet is actually really easy. You basically get like a regular baby doll, cast it in silicone, paint it up all really good and everything, and you have to sort of hollow out the back of it, have it like laying in the throne, and you hollow out the back of it with rigid poles for the arms and legs or whatever you want to articulate. Because it's a baby, it can't really like bend and move a lot. You just have like the silicone like natural wiggle to it, and then just have the arms and legs be able to like move back and forth a little bit, and then something to turn its head. And you basically have the puppeteer hidden in the gore in the background, and you have I'm probably just going to use like a claw clamp for the mouth. So you literally just like pinch the clamp, and the teeth will open up, and that'll open the mouth up. So I'll embed a claw clamp in its head and everything, and then cut the mouth properly so it looks like it opens up. Probably paint the inside of the mouth so it's darker. Embed some of the like fake baby teeth in there, or maybe I'll do like some shark teeth or something because it's supposed to be some weird like king sorcerer baby. And then yeah, like the puppeteer is just like hidden under the throne of gore. That's just like weird sculpted guts and shit.
When you were talking about watching stuff that's like in the same vein as the story you're writing, I didn't talk about it because I was like trying to just draw and focus, but it made me think about like I was doing this one story that was it was a superhero story, and it was pulling from a lot of like Lovecraft elements and like very 80s like anime and all this other stuff. And I was getting into all this different music to use as like just stuff like to play to get me in the mood. And I had like, this one song, Elegia by New Order, that was like the theme song for me. You know, I play it and I'd immediately get in that headspace. And then Stranger Things came out, and I got really excited, and I started noticing like all these similar themes in that show, and like the Upside Down especially. And there's one episode where they were at like a funeral or something, and Elegia popped on, and I was like, oh fuck, like you get into like this zone where like I guess everybody kind of like taps into those similar elements, and so I had to like completely start over because it was just coming out too much like other stuff like Stranger Things and whatnot.
Edwin Fox, good to see you guys.
Oh, thanks,
Edwin. Hey brother, I haven't been able to catch a stream, but wanted to say best of luck. You're a crazy ambitious dude, and these designs are pretty wicked. Oh, thanks, dude. Definitely want 2021 to be a interesting year for you guys. So we're gonna get some more in the vein of our little brand over here. We're gonna get some more cool content up on here that I think I'll surprise a lot of you guys. Some of it I just haven't been talking about at all. Lots of behind the scenes stuff we're going to start getting up in the new year, and a lot of the prop making stuff that I'll be doing on the side once I have scripts squared away on all these new books. We got new Voidwalker stuff I have to get out to Christian. We still have to wrap up the first Can't Kill Cade arc over this next year at Alterna. Got a book with Michael Odom, who you guys have been seeing on the Geronimo Draws. He's been doing some really cool stuff, and that's finally coming together. So we'll have that soon.
Yeah, I love his style.
Stuff for Camp Rainbow. Dude, the book we're doing too, it's just perfect for that. And I've been talking to some friends because it's another sort of slasher book. So there might be a little bit of crossover in there somewhere.
Casual slasher.
He has a very like Joe Kubert style to his line work.
It's like old school cartooning. Like I absolutely love it. It's what comics should be. It should just be fun.
Comics can be whatever, man.
Yeah. Except for talking heads for 3 pages. Then you can fuck off. The spiteful bitch in me is like, yes, get him. get Donnie. Like, I don't care enough though to care that much. But it was hilarious to finally see everybody just turning on everybody. Like, you're only friends until all the work dries up.
Yep.
Look how paper thin all that was. This was the piece though from that Bogdan Rezunenko artist.
Talk about that.
Sound it out.
Yeah, of the little baby here. Of course, it doesn't share the full screen one. That is the worst part of StreamYard. Is this like image sharing? Yeah, that's the full screen of it. This little baby, it's sitting on a bed of roses though, and these two creepy like dark elves with it. It was like, oh man, something like that. He's got like a little crescent moon like growing out of his head. It looks like horns here because it's hard to see. I recommend everybody go check this guy's work out, especially if you're into stuff like Bloodborne, Dark Souls, and all that, like I am. Was looking at all this, was like, yeah, I want like a weird like supreme baby in the little short.
The baby wearing Supreme.
Yeah, right. What's up, motherfuckers?
Why is he fussing? The bill on his hat isn't straight enough.
Yeah. He missed the new drop. He's stuck on his throne of gore. Just a crispy Supreme shirt sitting in a giant bed of organs. Yeah, that's gonna be cool. But yeah, this was the little inspiration. I was like, yeah, I love this little weird baby thing. There we go. I can zoom in on it. ArtStation doesn't completely suck. Yeah, he's got the third eye and a little glowing moon. I thought it would be cool.
Got multiple arms.
I figured out a way I could do some really cool like principal prosthetic magic. So basically cutting out like weird shapes and forms, sort of like the like sigils and shit that Doctor Strange throws up in the movie. But I basically use flash paper and adhere it to rigid acetate, and then you have essentially like a fire starter. Hit it, and you're filming it.
Fire starter?
Oh my god. You're filming it live when you hit it with a flame, and then you just cut the frames with the fire starter out of it. But you have like actual shit like exploding on screen and looking like a character like throwing up a hand and things exploding out of it. And then
he was not going to let us get.
I know.
Yeah, fire starter bits.
Fuck you. I'm not drunk enough yet.
It's not funny when you do it to me.
Yeah, it's hilarious when I do it to you.
Man, Jeff's back. First night, Jeff's back, and we can't even talk over Spencer properly.
Killed that bit immediately. It was gold.
Yeah, that one's for Kayla. I won't murder anymore. Panels of talking heads being outraged about one thing, then contradicting theirself each panel. I just love whenever anything like this happens, the discourse is never about the weird thing I focus on, like the fact that that's just like a weird line of dialogue that I don't think any character would ever have. If you talk like that, I don't want to be friends with you. That is like your friend just showed up and was like, I don't know, man, let me tell you about all my problems really quick. Like he didn't even say hi first or anything. He just sat down and started dumping all his bullshit on you.
Right.
It's like your friend's a Twitter feed.
And it's like he basically acknowledges like I didn't even think I was a bad guy when I was trying to murder Spider-Man. So it's like, okay, so your bar is like set in like a weird place in the first place. And we're supposed to like believe you're a reasonable dude and like relate to you because you're so human. You're just like us. It's like I didn't go on a murder bender and wonder why people didn't like me anymore.
Not yet.
Character that,
yeah, right.
Another bad guy
Still in
villain
my
character
first
that became
act.
an anti-hero. Venom.
I feel like he was kind of the one to like really like kick that off.
Mm-hmm.
There were definitely, I'm sure, others that did it and everything, but he was the one.
I think Deadpool kind of did it first, right?
I thought Venom made it popular. I thought Deadpool came after.
I don't pay attention to that crap.
Vegeta. Get the anime fans in it.
But yeah, either way is like I don't think Deadpool is like a cool character. I don't know what it is. He's sort of like a gumbo of a bunch of other characters, and then he breaks the fourth wall.
Yeah.
Uh,
And my nephew cried when I called him a bad guy once.
it's
Because
Punisher.
I didn't understand that he had fully transformed to a hero. And I was like, I just said it casually, something about like, I don't know, somebody's favorite bad guy could be Deadpool. And he's like, why'd you call him a bad guy? Oh my god. Granted, he was like 8, but still, I was
You're
like,
not
"Why
my
are you
uncle
crying?"
anymore.
You're not my nephew anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jeff back.
Crying.
Right? Everything makes sense again. It's not just me and Ryan floundering in the dark alone.
I couldn't watch the
Uh,
show while I was gone because it's kind of like, watching your girlfriend make out with another dude.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not watching
jeez.
that.
That would have been funny.
Not right.
We got another Jeff who spells his name exactly the same way as you, just
Spelled
for
it with a J.
just for the week
evil
you're
way.
gone. The evil way. Hey, we got the right Jeff here.
Or the good way, depending on
Yeah.
if I'm the evil Jeff.
Yeah, the one who
Yeah.
doesn't. Yeah, Jeff loves women. Yeah, man, I'm a lover of all women. I'm a
How
J Jeff.
gay.
Captain Marvel's like my favorite Marvel movie.
Gay with a capital J. Oh, Jeff, how do you spell that? G-A-Y? Good times. It's good to have the boys back.
Boys back in town,
I sent
boys.
Kayla the link too, but she's probably just like screaming at Skyrim or something right now.
He got it. I love Thin Lizzy, one of my favorite bands ever.
Stop trying to fit in, Spencer.
Yeah, right.
Spencer's like, "Boop, doop, boop, doop,
Sorry, I'm
doop."
off.
That's not how it goes.
Right. Yeah. What band was that?
Thin Lizzy.
Oh, yeah. You guys like T-Rex?
I don't think I've ever heard a single T-Rex song.
Dude, Bang a Gong?
Nope. Not ringing any bells.
Oh my god.
Copyright strike, here we come.
20th Century Boy? 21st Century Boy, I think, actually. 20th
What is this,
Century
a Bryan
Boy.
Singer movie?
No, it is 20th Century Boy. Jesus, I'm an idiot. Yeah, right? Dude,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm like...
Oh,
Every time you say you don't know something, I feel like I'm like hallucinating. Like my world's collapsing around me for some reason.
That's why you paused. You had to reboot. You were like, dude,
Yeah.
reboot.
Sorry, my brain's defragging.
Beth, come here and hold down my power switch for 5 seconds.
You'll know the riff immediately if you've heard this before.
I've always heard of them because they were.
Oh, this is
influenced by
live.
Bowie. But I don't think I've ever actually listened to any of their songs.
Sounds like shit.
Oh, I do know the song.
Back when music was music, man.
We just listened to the Thin Lizzy and the Kinks.
Yeah. I don't know why I put the same one on.
Oh, to start the show, Blast Beat said Death Curse Song of the Day is Midlife Crisis by Faith No More.
Song of the day is Get It On.
Great song. Probably another band Spencer hates.
Faith No More?
Yeah.
I don't hate Faith No More. They're no Danzig.
You know, how do you feel about Mike Patton?
Dude, you guys are like 10 years ahead of where I'm at. I'm all 60s and 70s, rip roaring on acid.
Can we just play Mike Patton songs or he sings in Spanish?
Oh yeah. Or the what's the Mondo whatever, where you with the Italian orchestra?
Yeah.
Mondo Cano.
Play some Danzig, bro.
So I didn't
You're
know that they
out
were
of your
like,
mind.
I didn't know that they had a beef with Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh yeah.
I never knew that
Sorry,
until recently.
Ryan's playing D&D.
I'm dropping jelly beans over here. Sorry.
Roll for initiative. Yes. The
Sorry,
Red Hot Chili Peppers
it's-
did
it's-
steal the sound from Faith No More.
Just my teeth falling out.
Roll for Danzig's height. Oh.
Yeah.
7'4".
It's always 5'2". Is it bad that okay, I typed in Danzig and literally every thumbnail looks like the same thing. Oh, here's
yeah.
that one that Jeff sends me where he's like flexing to the audience, and it was evidently him performing
Yes.
Mother when I was 3 years old. It was just him flexing and whipping his hair around.
Yeah, singing to your mom.
This is the Blaring
Oh
Out
my
Loud
God.
Show, and
Is the
today
audio
I have
shared?
The man, the
Yes.
myth, the legend, the icon, Glenn Danzig on the show. How you doing today, Glenn?
I'm doing good.
What in your youth led you into music?
Holy
Staying in a
shit.
box.
I hate everybody.
Yeah.
I hate it.
It's my
Okay.
moniker.
Look how
My
big the
hatred of
microphone is in
everybody.
here.
Okay, I like
No,
Danzig
I
now.
read it when
What
you
got you
were
into
actually
music? I hate everybody.
word and wrote it, maybe eight after that.
That's why
Okay,
it's
I
so
get it
great.
now.
Well, it's just like local shows. I was like,
Also, the interview, I don't know if anybody saw the thumbnail, it says Danzig talks about Jesus Christ and Hitler.
So I peed all on his drums. I used to have to like polish his cymbals and everything, so I just peed
Oh,
on them.
How the Gods Kill, Bro, the riff.
Nice, nice.
The
And I
middle
know
is
for
amazing.
comic
El Padrino.
drummers that
Yeah,
hang on
that's
cymbals
my
is
favorite
starting
Danzig
from
song,
pretty
How the
much.
Gods Kill.
I peed on his whole kit.
What
Yeah, you kiss your boyfriend to that one?
Yeah, every time.
What was your motivation?
What else am I gonna
I
kiss
just
you
hated the like 70s.
Oh, that's that stupid
crappy
song you're
music,
always playing?
like Journey
Great
and
song.
Fono, and rap and all those bands like the Who and all those really
Turn the
bad
shit off and kiss me.
rap that was shoved down his throat, and it was kind of a thing that was happening in New York at the time. And so I put my own thing together. I'm not gonna do the cover.
I don't know. I
don't-
stopped listening back when Spencer was taking a hit and trying to tell Jeff to kiss him.
Started playing out around New Jersey.
Why did I
Actually, the
expect
band
him to
show.
sound more
We
high
didn't
pitched
play
than
the
he
CDs
does?
very much at all. I think we did 2 or 3 showcases. They never paid us, and we got an offer to go to Max.
I don't know what you
City, which
expected.
was the
And
place.
why high pitch? All of his songs, he sings
Yeah,
just like
he
his
sounds like
sound.
he has a third
Yeah.
nut.
Horror,
Like,
gore, occult, and
Which is stuff
religion.
that all I was always.
I don't know. I also think I have like a really high pitched voice.
His new movie has your boy in it.
Dorky crap while I was reading,
My
you know,
boy?
underground
Yeah,
poetry there
Idle
and stuff like
Hands.
that,
What's his
so-
name?
and it just-
Oh, Devin Sawa. Yeah,
Yeah.
we talked about that the other night. He's like a porno vampire.
Yeah.
You know, crime. So, and Elvis, you know, so that's it.
I like how
Now,
his big
I
sell
also
for
know
that
that
too
you're a
is like
comic
everybody in it is a
fan.
vampire.
I don't like all comic books.
But you like
I don't
Golden
like.
Age.
I don't like Superman. I don't like Batman. I don't like any of that stuff. I
Okay.
really got turned on to comics as a kid, and then
This is our
started
in.
seeing like the underground
Yep.
stuff that came out and how crazy it was, and that's really growing up in New York. You see lots of stuff come over from Europe, like the Italian comics. They're crazy, and then
Yeah.
the Japanese stuff too.
It's hard to believe these guys are both 5 feet tall.
Made me start doing my company, American
You
Comics.
wouldn't even be in the frame.
You just see
Yeah.
a full-size woman walking behind them and cower.
Yeah,
And you're coming
just
from
somebody's
Veronica,
dick walk by.
Yeah. and you-
See
you
that
not
thing
only
behind
are
them?
you
That's
doing comics,
Spencer.
you're also making
That was
films.
like,
It's
Jeff, that Better Watch Out movie. Did you pick up on all the doorknobs in the movie?
Oh yeah, they were all like super high.
They're at like head height. Yeah, Beth was like, "Are they in like a house built for you?" I was like, "Maybe that's a thing in Australia," because I
Okay.
think the movie was shot in
I
Australia.
was gonna say the same thing because when the cops show up, they're wearing the like checkerboard.
For that,
Dude,
Yeah, like
and
the
they
other
all
hats and
and
stuff.
they all
Get on
reach
stage
up to grab the door handle. I was like, "This is fuck it. It's like a Pee Wee's Funhouse door on every fucking door in
So
the
the
house."
Crocs don't get in your house.
Yeah,
Those clever Crocs.
yeah, it's like some long-armed fucking gators just open your door.
Oh, but somebody
foiled
in
again.
Crocs can still get in.
Yeah.
That's what I want. I want the lock that keeps people that are wearing Crocs out.
That's what should be for
We
me.
should have that here in
There's
Florida.
always
now
been
that
a
I think
scary
about it.
side to your music.
Veronica
There's also
Press
been
does
very
not
Yeah, you
support the
should.
Me Too
sexual side.
movement
Where do you
at
think
all.
that comes from?
Danzig's like, "I'm not supporting that."
It's life.
Yeah.
Show me your titties,
And
maybe
you
I'll support
joined
it.
the
If
two
life is
together.
good, yeah, then that's what it is.
The only support I do is
Scary
with two
and sexual
hands.
At the same time. Sometimes it can be scary. That's true.
If you
He
get
is a
married and
perfect
get
height for
divorced,
that.
yeah, it's really
that's the
scary.
word.
Dude, he is all
Rest on my
jaw.
head.
No, I'm not
I'll be your
maybe.
They had to edit
Well,
out
yourself
Danzig
as
telling him
a-
not to touch him again.
No, I don't.
Just give
Yeah.
us some highlights of your time.
Please
with
don't
Misfits.
squeeze me.
I
Yeah.
don't know. It was tough.
A bruise
It
easily.
was a lot of
Did
work.
you just
A
tell
lot of
Danzig what to
people,
do?
Dude, he really is. He
that
should
was
be the
crazy as
mandible.
years go on, or people look back on it and were like, oh, but it was like
There's a superhero in the
Didn't make any
Ransomverse
money.
that's like a washed up
Drove around the van.
like rocker dude from the 80s, and I'm
Somebody
half
played
tempted to
for,
just make it look like
Oh,
Danzig.
yeah.
for like
Yeah,
50
do
people.
it.
It was that's what it was, you
It'd
know?
be
Who do you
hilarious.
think Jesus Christ is? And
It's
why
funny
is there
too
so
because
many
the guy that he
worship
like
him?
teams up with,
Which
they're like sort of
Jesus?
like an
The
asshole
Jesus of the Bible.
anti-hero duo.
Okay, the phony
And
Jesus.
the other guy he teamed up with, I just
want
kind of
your
wanted to
opinion.
make
It's
mulleted
just
Billy
it's an old
Tucci.
story that's been handed down from different cultures, and eventually, you know, the people in Jerusalem got a hold of it and whatever. I mean, there's lots
Billy
of people out
Tucci
there
and
who
his
take
power
it.
mullet, and
I
then
personally don't buy into it, so
Danzig.
that's my take on it. You know,
Okay. Hitler, hero, or abomination?
What the fuck?
depends on who you ask.
Yeah, that's the point of the question, you fucking idiot.
Thought he was going to be the hero, you know, but also, you know, only one person can't make.
He's
it
trying to
happen.
sound wise, Spencer. Give him a
Follow that
give him a
person.
break.
Yeah, that's a bad one to fucking.
Are you
Philosophical.
happy that the,
Pick
the
apart.
new version of the Misfits are touring and still?
I don't know,
putting out
man.
CDs?
Danzig
Some-
looks like
You don't
Michael
care either
Paré,
way.
the actor
Now, but
from
you
Streets
did
of
have
Fire here.
a deal with
Wouldn't
Jerry
that be
Only,
funny
correct?
if that's who it was?
There
He
is some
just
kind of deal
does
you
like
guys
really
have
good
together for
Hollywood
music
makeup.
legally.
A long time ago.
He's great
I'm not
in
gonna use
Bad
this,
Moon as well.
But he has to
Yeah,
say
so he's
who's
like
in the band, and
6'2".
he doesn't do that anymore, so it's kind of misleading. It's,
Yeah.
Danzig's like, no, he's
I'm not
perfect,
doing a reunion
perfect.
with him.
Danzig does all his interviews
Music
on his
festival,
knees.
and what you felt was important about performing here.
He's
today.
actually like 6 feet tall, but he's always on his knees for some reason.
He's got his knees in his shoes, like that old bit.
Michael Paré dies and Danzig just stops showing up anywhere. People are like, what the fuck happened to Danzig?
You look at old
Toy
Misfits
trailers in the background
footage, and
there.
he never moves around stage. It's always in one spot.
That would actually be really cool.
Dwarf,
Yeah, it's
have a
becoming
dwarf stick.
mainstream.
Yeah,
I-
that's right. Dwarf at golf.
I would love
So
to get to a
stupid.
point with my writing to do that.
You're
I'll
really
pull a Stephen King
You're
and
pretty
come out
happy
with a
about it, aren't you?
Bachman.
I'm pretty happy.
Good, good. What was it like for you to be able to write songs for two of your greatest heroes?
Yeah, I'll come out with a pen name and I'll just write eerily similar shit to what I'm already writing. Nobody ever mentions that about Stephen King. Remember when you came out with a pen name and you just ripped yourself off? You didn't even do anything different like a pen name would justify?
I watched Graveyard Shift last night, and that movie's terrible.
Like 99% of them are terrible.
I mean, I enjoy still most of his movies.
I
And
was
that
going to
movie is
say,
just
I will
poorly
still
constructed.
say,
It's just a poorly made movie.
Maximum Overdrive, full retard, still love it.
No, that's such a fun movie. It's
yeah.
awesome. I can watch it any day.
It makes me think if you had enough cocaine and enough money in the budget, you could pretty much make anything like a lot of fun. Because that movie is ridiculous, but it came together in the end. It's a movie. These guys are just on a tear with
I
just
know. I was
black
reading
metal. We don't even need to. Stephen Pringles is. Oh my god, is that the? Oh, was his other pen name?
Oh, Mitch says Peter Steele did some great interviews
It's
too.
like Stephen Pringles is like the John Call of Duty joke. It's like, is that the guy who made Pringles? Oh my god.
Fuck the scene shit. Dimmu Borgir is a Superior Metal band.
I think I saw them at one of the Ozfests like way back in the day, like 13 or some shit. I know I've seen Duran Gray. That was weird. And at the time I didn't know they were all like Asian.
I see a lot of stuff about Abath. I can't stand that dude. He's like the black metal Robin Williams, just like always on.
Oh my god.
What? That sounds awesome in a horrible way. Like, I gotta see this.
That's insane. Regular Robin Williams hung himself. What the fuck does black metal Robin Williams end up doing? Holy
annoying.
shit. He fired
Hanging
himself
with
into the
hooks from an ass, from
atmosphere.
his ass.
Yeah, right.
Doing Robin Williams jokes, but with a strange Norwegian accent.
He's just annoying. He lives to be the first man to see 200. Jeff, you're dead to me. What is this, man? I've never even. At least Jeff knows it.
The band is Abath, Abbath. I don't know if that's his real name. I mean, that's his name in the band too. I don't know.
Oh, that's the guy with the triangle eyes that I see all over the place. People really like these
by
guys.
By his stage name, Abath.
Abath plays disastrous 2-song set, cancels remainder of tour.
Mitch says he was an immortal too.
Mitch's?
Yep.
I hate to break to you guys. I just found a picture of him out of his makeup, and he looks like Jack Black.
It's Jack Black.
It's one of his alter egos.
Yeah, this whole night is just finding out that other famous people are secretly character actors. This is like
we would look over and we see the guitarist, and like, it's KD, and we're like, oh yeah, of course.
That's literally that's Jack Black in a wig and glasses. He's got that same weird toothless smile, where you can barely see the baby teeth coming through and the big cheeks.
And it goes ear to ear.
Dude, here's another one with his hands out. That's Jack Black.
Holy shit.
This is like Maori Jack Black. Is he Maori? Because he kind of looks... Okay. I was going to say, it's weird. He looks...
School of Rock.
Yeah. Maori Jack Black is in the most metal band ever. It's insane.
Tenacious Down Under.
Month sober. I'm 2 months sober. It fucking sucks. Interview with Abbott.
Well, does he have bangs there?
Sure. I love just casual photos of him hanging out. That quote me on that, dude. We get like a sketch comedy thing going. That's just my character. It's just black metal dude, like everywhere. I'm out like
it's like how you stream, but when you're not on stream, like you're just
like Christmas. I'm in a sweater, full black paint. Just nails painted all the time.
No, that's like, Spencer without makeup on. He has to put on regular flesh paint.
Dragon rings. Yeah, I was born like this.
It's just skin condition.
So blackface, not cool. 2/3 blackface, still all right.
Yeah, you could probably go up to like 3/5.
Yeah. So God damn, stream's done.
And Ryan's canceled.
What, because of math?
That's a slam.
I don't understand.
Yeah, right.
You'll have time to figure it out.
I'm gonna have to make a proclamation after that one. God damn. If we ever all met up at a convention, I'll wear full black metal makeup with my regular clothes. Yeah, that's gotta be our thing. All our meetups, everybody paints their face for like a black metal show, but there's no black metal. We'll play like Sinatra and just hang out. Do like a smoking lounge black metal thing.
John Denver.
Yeah. Holy shit.
It's the Juggalos? Worse. It's the Death Crew dudes.
Yeah. It's the girthy boys. We got to get our own hate-inspiring polo. What was that company that got rid of the fucking Proud Boys polo? That was hilarious. They're like, listen, we made millions of dollars off of you guys. We're discontinuing it now. If you want to buy it from us, it's still available. It's just not on our store anymore.
Yeah. Use promo code PROUD.
Yeah, like that's literally what it is. They were like, we're discontinuing it, but we still have thousands of them, so just hit us up.
Promo code Gavin McGinnis.
Yeah, I don't remember I keep wanting to say Luke Perry, but that's the actor.
He was proud. Proud Luke.
R.I.P.
Proud Luke, keep on rolling.
Archie's dad, because fucking Beth watches that horrid show. That's the one.
Riverdance?
Yeah, that's if it was Riverdance, I'd probably watch it, get all drunk, and be like, "These are my people."
Every time Spencer goes to a Riverdance show, he always just runs up on stage and pushes other people over. I love this stuff.
I'm more
While
into
yelling, "These are my people."
girth wave than girth metal. All right, so everybody has to wear a Tron-esque outfit and then black metal face paint.
It's more like it's the original Tron. It's like Tron guy on the internet, you know?
Not at all. If Kiss lived to be 1,000,000 years old, they could never touch Emperor musically. Watch your mouth. Those are sacred Jews you were talking about there. Those Jews do it harder than any other Jews to ever roam the earth. That's as metal as Jews get, is what I'm saying.
I invented the metal horns.
Yeah, Beth fucking has this weird relationship with Kiss where she's not a huge fan of them, but likes some of their stuff. But she is a huge fan of Detroit Rock City because she's a percussionist and the main character is a percussionist in the movie. And basically just aspires to be the drummer of Kiss someday.
Eddie Furlong?
Or a Kiss tribute band. No, it's like Sam Huntington or some shit.
Oh, isn't Eddie
Representation
Furlong
matters.
Detroit Rock City?
there? Yeah.
Was he in that?
Yeah, I thought he was the main character.
I feel like that was way after. No, I'm pretty sure Sam Huntington is the main character. My girlfriend is like in love with him.
Edward Furlong. Oh, Sam Huntington is in that as Jam, but Edward Furlong is Hawk.
The main character is the kid who has the whole climax speech in front of his mom, who's Sam Huntington.
I don't know what you guys are talking about because James DeBello is the best.
Climax speech.
Yeah, he gets up on stage and does like the dude James DeBello. James DeBello, I fucking forgot he was in that. He rips in everything, dude. He's great in Cabin Fever. What are you doing?
That dude
shooting squirrels. Fuck else.
He's another one of the boys. We gotta add to the list.
That dude fucking rocks. Yeah, we gotta see if that's the kind of interviews I want to do, is get obscure people like that on. Like,
and then it's just, hey, where you been?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, we find out all the movies we've been missing him in. And wait, real? Hang on.
He's building the suspense
Nobody
again.
has pipes like Paul Stanley.
Yeah, because the fucking nerd. Dude, there's so much overlap in this. The fucking nerdy kid who played Lex, Giuseppe Andrews, is the weird fucking cop in Cabin Fever.
Oh, yeah. I see that now. That guy was in, like, every movie for, like, 1 year, and he just disappeared.
Yeah, right? He's a strange fellow in Cabin Fever, too.
Oh, shit. And Lynn Shay's in that, too.
James DeBello. He's evidently still in stuff. 60 Minutes to Kill. He plays David Lynch. What a name.
Whoa.
Right? Is that a movie about David Lynch? Because that'd be fucking amazing if he's playing, like, the David Lynch.
I'd watch that.
Yeah, right?
In fact, I want to watch that.
I really like James DeBello, too. Like, he's fucking great in everything I've ever seen him in.
James DeBello.
Random.
Right.
Oh, man. Jeff, are you Italian?
Well,
right? He was in a movie called Masked Mutilator last year. A slasher flick, it seems. After accidentally killing an opponent in the ring, a professional wrestler takes a job at a group home for youth offenders.
I don't know what this is in reference to, but El Padrino said, okay, if your name is Giuseppe, I instantly hate you.
No, dude, that guy rocked. For, like Jeff said, for 1 year.
Oh, that was the guy's name. I was thinking of Lex, Giuseppe Andrews.
Yeah, Giuseppe Andrews is his. That's the only reason I noticed it immediately, because I remembered that name rolling in the credits for Cabin Fever when I first saw that as a kid, and was just like, who the fuck is Giuseppe Andrews? And I found out it's the weirdo cop, and was like, yeah, that tracks. Like, that makes sense. But yeah, like I just realized that he's also the weird kid in fucking Detroit Rock City, because those movies were only a couple of years apart at most. And he looks way older and way weirder in Cabin Fever.
Oh, yeah, he was in Never Been Kissed.
I want to see this Masked Mutilator. Does this have a trailer?
He was in a movie called Who Flung Poo?
Of course he was.
And a movie called Gwank.
That sounds like
Gwank.
a porno.
Garbanzo gas? Cat piss? This dude has the craziest...
Ryan saying that fragged my brain, and I said, that sounds like a porner.
Good old porner movie.
Oh,
Dog
dude.
Zero?
Masked Mutilator is trying to be like a throwback Grindhouse movie from the first couple frames of this trailer, and it looks like it's shot on like a Sony Handycam from the mid-2000s.
Sex Acid.
What are you still listing Giuseppe Andrews films?
Pregnant with a swastika.
Are you just describing characters from Spencer's script?
Home in Morgan County, Pennsylvania.
Dad's Chicken.
Was described in newspaper stories as the
James
home
DeBello's
parent.
most recent release.
So, Brian, is it correct that the group home parent was a former pro wrestler?
That's right. He went by the
Whoa,
name The
his
Mask.
face is weird looking.
Oh, I do really I like that font.
I don't have to take your crap.
Yeah, you do, pal. Because I'm the man in charge here.
These are like fat Italian dads who used to love roids.
Killed some clown in the wrestling.
There's a couple Giuseppes in here.
Snapped his neck right in two.
Yeah, Vito, Giuseppe.
Yes.
That guy's wearing someone else's face.
Yeah, that's
There's a couple
that's
Greedos,
weird
too.
looking.
Mess with Macy. He'll waste
Want some company?
Whoa, look at that
I like the way you
hairdo. Whoa.
Okay, I like this movie now.
Rick Bronsky. This sounds like a porno.
I ain't staying in.
Tom Taylor, the comic writer.
Is this a Danzig movie?
Dude. That just showed James DeBello. I need to go back to that.
Yeah, go back again. One more time.
Yeah, right.
Blast Beat
Dude.
says, never forget Pantera played Catch Scratch Fever on the Detroit Rock City soundtrack. Rip Dimebag.
Jeff,
Hell yeah.
Jeff, are you seeing this? It was like the first movie he was ever in, and it looks like it just got released.
Oh shit, yeah, he's like 10.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude.
That's got to be.
Or it's
20
a
years old.
different kid who they just credited to this.
But it,
I have no clue what is going on
the
here.
picture quality looks really good. It's like, like a more modern, like, digital camera or something. If it had come out in the 90s and they made that.
Yeah, I'm like, this makes no sense.
Maybe he's like James DeBello Jr.
Oh yeah, no. Intervision Pictures, the offshoot of Severin Films, which is they're famous for finding weird shit. A few years back, they released Beyond the Seventh Door, a film that's forever forged a home in my heart. Their newest release, 25 years in the making, looks poised to win my heart over. Yeah. It entered production in 1994, and it looks like it was the first thing he was ever in. Hit a roadblock with funding and resumed production in 1996. Hit another roadblock and then was just recently finished using a rewrite to include modern-day bookends featuring the film's original star. So me thinking that dude looked older at one point was accurate because he's the main character and he is older. That's amazing.
Rex Doom says it's funny how Serena Vincent stopped doing nudity, then basically disappeared.
I'm floored right now. I'm sorry.
She was in Cabin Fever.
Who was it
She
again?
was Serena Vincent.
Oh, was she the slutty one who shaves her legs off?
Oh shit, she was also the Yellow Galaxy Ranger from the Power Rangers.
Yeah, dude, that was his first role ever. because the only other one was he played a character on Sports Theater with Shaquille O'Neal in '96. And then he was on ER. And he played enthusiastic guy in American Pie. I remember that. He's just like at one of the parties. Holy shit. Why do we always get wrapped up in character actors?
Because of the best.
Or are we looking at this chick now?
Serena Vincent?
Yeah, right? That's the chick who shaves her legs off, isn't it? She was in Not Another Teen Movie? What the fuck? She's been doing bit parts on shows. Tons and tons of shows I've never heard of. 2.5 Men is the only thing on here I've ever heard of. Monica, Chasing Happiness, The Thanksgiving House, Skype Mare. Oh, she was on Workaholics, I guess. Gee, there are so many shows I've never even heard of. TMI Hollywood, Broken Memories, Scary Endings, The Reflex Experience. Yeah, this is a wash, boys. She's hot, but it's all nonsense. Oh, don't know what I just clicked on.
That's
no,
true,
I
a lot of hot women.
Don't need a Comcast bundle. Looks like the hills have eyes. I got a swollen goiter head. You boys know all about that goiter head.
Brick Bronski has one.
Oh my god, what a name. That does sound like something I would write.
Rex Doom says she was the one with the tits.
Yeah, she was cool. I still do nudity. Perfect. Because there's a character I want to do. So if I had it my way, I think I showed Jeff and Ryan. I was like, in a perfect world, there'd just be a ton of women jumping at the idea of playing an exposed-breasted fantasy character.
Spencer took a picture of himself and said, imagine if this was a really hot chick.
Yeah. It's me, but it's sexy. I think I sent it to you guys, right?
I'm scared to open anything you send now.
Yeah. Well, I gotta share it on Twitter. I can't seem to find it right now. Sharing DMs. This bitch. Oh, and then it doesn't work. Butts.
It'd be funny if he was that kind of director, though, where he gets her dressed up like that, but then strips down himself in order to show her how to act.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to cover your boobs in blood like this. Yeah, the exposed boobies covered in blood is an intense look. But good luck casting a lady like that. And then I was like, we get a chick who's real flat-chested and cast fake boobs over her real boobs. Her boobs are covered. There's no real nudity. We trick everybody and cover them in blood. We're golden.
I like it.
But that's also a lot of work. But it could work.
Hey, give it a few months. We'll find somebody who's online. Someone will end up watching that they've done that before and they know how to do it.
Yeah, we find some wacky chick that's like, I want to be the booby maiden. But yeah,
Colin's like, I have a hot chick prosthetic suit.
It doesn't need to be necessarily boobs out design, but I like that idea of like wicked badass, like actual badass lady hero.
He means actual wicked, not
Yeah, wicked
Austin
fucking
wicked.
hot. What's up, Phoenix? Good to see you. Hey, everyone, how's it going? Had to chat and dash on the draw stream. Still working on the new place. Seems like everybody is moving. I'm
Right on,
jealous.
Dude. Good to see
I
you.
want to move. Gravity would be optional. Yeah, right? That's why we do the cast of the fake boobs over someone's real boobs. And just find like a really like fit chick who just happens to not have like giant boobs. So we can, put the fake silicone insert over hers. It would have to cover like
to mold these to you. come by my shop a little later?
Yeah, it'd literally be like a boob condom. It'll be weird, but it'll work. And then, you know, we could even make it like kind of cartoonish. Like she's got like monster boobs like a Frazetta girl.
You just get one of those oversized t-shirts and airbrush the body onto it.
That we ran out of budget right at the end.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
just
go down to the
me.
tourist stand, get those ones with the bikini on it, and let's paint
It's
some blood
me
on
and
it.
we painted a babe onto a t-shirt.
No, it's just you. We paint a babe on you. Like we try to black you
Yeah.
out, except
We
for
contour
girl
me.
shape.
We contour the sexiest part of my body, the side, the ham hock.
Oh, God, that's horrible.
I am uncomfortably horny.
All right, I feel like I want to masturbate now, so I think we've done it.
Why is that woman sweating so much? You do it like a horror movie reveal, like the spider they did in Mandalorian, where you just see a little bit at the beginning and you're like, whoa, is that a sexy lady? And then I just stumble out. The full light hits me. Oh, those shadows were really doing you some favors for a second.
Let's go back into the shadows together.
Yeah. Why don't you take a few steps back in the dark real quick?
I'm still down, but let's do it over there.
You stand over there, I'm gonna stay right here. We'll just look at each other.
Don't talk. Definitely don't talk. What's wrong?
The goodest times. Ever heard of a strip club? Hire strippers for the day. Dude, I almost worked at our local strip club. My cousin managed it and was desperately trying to get me to come in and redo the menu. And I ended up just like giving them some recipes and shit and not taking the job because it was wacky. But the strippers in the Connecticut scene are wild. Nothing you would want to see naked, and nothing I would want to direct on a set.
Sorry, I'm laughing too hard at my own stupid joke. It's not even that funny, but like, you're like, I don't want to have any actresses that have experience running for their lives through the woods.
I like Razmaz shocked about the menu. Like, yeah, what was I gonna do? Dance? Like,
Menu with a little umlaut above it.
I don't know what's sad. That I can't dance at the strip club, or I was almost a strip club chef. I basically
compliments to the chef, please. Let it make it rain.
Well, I was like, if I'm coming in here, we're making fucking good food, and
Does escargot? This is amazing,
dude. Well, no, they're like numbers for actual like through their POS system for how much food was ordered was like insane to me. I was like, does anybody come here to get a boner? Like,
foie gras, really?
Like they all come here to fucking eat shitty food. I was like, how are you guys selling like thousands of orders of chicken tenders a month? Like that's fucking bonkers. Like, does anybody strip here anymore? Also, who are you stripping for? 12-year-olds? Like,
also, I like Spencer being in the kitchen yelling, "Is anyone looking for a boner?"
Yeah. We all just hungry, or is anybody trying to get hard tonight?
Hello, fellow boner wielders.
No hotties. That's sad. Yeah, it's I actually had a roommate who was well, I shouldn't say lady of the night because that more so sounds like hooker.
And it makes it sound like you're 80 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She was...
that's what my grandpa calls them for sure.
I told you I'm a 60s man. I hit my head real hard and went back fucking
Detective Spencer
decades.
on the case.
Yeah.
I met with a lady that night. She had information.
She was a lady of the night, and I was a man of the morning. I don't know what that means.
Let's see if she'd share this info as easily as she shared herself.
I threw hot coffee on my crotch so she'd pat it off.
Cover those ankles. Dirty whore.
You got cream for that coffee, baby?
What's up, Mel? You do now. D, welcome. Good to see you guys. Spencer Noir. The dame was aching for it. That's not a good name for the book. You gotta change that. It's just a guy shaking a fist at a woman on the cover.
Oh, it's me?
Oh my god, that's my hit. I'm gonna make Jeff a pulp star.
Well, you turned down "Load to Her Face," where I had the loaded gun held up to her face on the cover.
Yeah. The dame was aching for it. She's just been pistol whipped. So pistol whipping was too much, and now I can't just haul off and deck her. Yeah, that's fantastic. That's gotta be my answer from now on. If I'm ever being interviewed, I want to start doing that. Anytime people ask me to do interviews, just answer like really wild shit. We did that. It's like, I think it's called CAPT. It's like Connecticut like standardized testing they do in school. I think it was CAPT I'm thinking of. They had one section where they told us one year, they were like, this section's just like null and void. We don't know why they're making you do it. They told us in an email that it's not being graded. Like, just like have students do it, but it's not being graded. So a bunch of us were just like, we're just going to fill it out with all bullshit answers. And it was the science portion of it. It just wasn't being graded. It was like science, writing, and math, I believe. So we would just like fill out bullshit answers. It was like, I really want to start doing that for interviews. And I think that'd be great for that. Like, anybody asks you like, if you could, like, what point would you go back in time to and why? I go back to the 20s so I could slap a woman around. Just insane.
This is my real accent, and I want to go somewhere.
Yeah.
I've been stuck here for 80 years.
What year was Citizen Kane made? That's where I want to go. I'm going to go back and I'm going to slap a woman right in front of Orson Welles. And I'll be in all the pictures. Oh my god.
Tommy Spencer Wells.
I want to go back to a time where I can wear shoe polish on camera and not be beaten to death.
Well, you don't want to have shiny shoes, huh?
Yeah.
The name's Jolson. Al Jolson.
It's just like, all right, so don't let Jolson near the time machine. Just the most racist time machine inventor ever. Dude, we would have the most canceled sketch comedy show in an instant.
Get Out Part 2.
Have you seen this Face app? They don't even need makeup.
Get Out Part 2. We fucked it up the first time around. We're going back in time. Well, my cat is just like staring into my soul.
Where we are going, we don't need political correctness.
Yeah.
But you do need shoe polish.
And a nice white robe. Jesus. That's true horror. My cat will not leave me alone now. I'm sorry,
Do you
guys.
know that, what's her name that played Dorothy in Wizard of Oz? She did blackface?
In Wizard of Oz? Just
Yes,
like
in Wizard of Oz.
just on the set.
It's very awkward for the wizard.
They're like, Dorothy, we're cutting all these parts. You gotta stop doing this. She's like, gotta stop doing what? Who am I?
Oh, Toto, why are they always so mad at me?
It's probably the excessive lips you went with.
Put down the watermelon. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, come on.
That's why that midget hung himself. Dude. I don't even know how this shit comes out of my mouth sometimes.
This is a little too much for me.
Yeah, Mr. Popo. The most conflicting character on Dragon Ball Z ever. Is anybody gonna mention this blackface genie who talks like he's deaf?
You just show up there and like, you don't even say anything.
What's up, Randy? Yeah, and the old, he lives on an island with an old jacked Japanese dude. That was always really.
To train? No, I think I'm good.
Yeah. Wait, not if you're the guy training me. Oh.
It's traditional.
I'm like afraid to look it up. I'm like, please tell me he's not the groundskeeper. Please,
his
God.
training method. He's like painting your face. Like, I don't think I want to do this.
This is the way.
He's an assistant deity who serves as the attendant to Earth's guardian. He is literally the groundskeeper. Fuck me.
Zippity doo.
There's also like sexy art of Mr. Popo with his big, you guessed it out, and it's as red as his lips.
You really are an old man with his big, you guessed it.
I'm drunk censoring myself.
Something was swinging. It wasn't the kids in the dance hall, see?
Spencer gets wholesome the more he drinks.
I know. Seriously. Hot diggity dog.
There's some sexy Popo art. Oh, dude, I could make buttons for us. That won't get our asses beat.
Yeah, you don't have to.
There's another funny skit right there, dude. You just have a little kid making Popo buttons. He's like, "What you guys don't like Dragon Ball?"
Just doing Mr. Popo.
Oh my god,
the face mask, face mask,
dude. Trudeau 2020. Somebody Photoshop that and sell those stickers. Make that money.
No, you have to add a beard to it,
dude. Oh my fucking
mask is hilarious. That chick posed in like some regular mask and
oh my god.
Shit. Yeah, you're right. He probably just photoshopped it on top of it.
Yeah, she has no idea.
The Mr. Popo face mask is suspect. This one's almost worse.
He's hiding in the mask. Oh my god.
This is how I feel looking at Mr. Popo art.
Oh no.
My god, dude. And he's so innocent. He's like the most kind character in the show, and they're like, "Oh, they did you so wrong, Mr. Popo."
That picture you just had of the little figurine, it looks like something you would have seen like in the 1920s, like a toothpaste brand or something.
Who did the voice of Mr. Popo?
The whitest man ever.
Yeah.
Al Jolson the Third?
Alabaster porcelain.
David, some guy Dave with a tit in his name. Pettit.
Some guy that's probably a jerk on Twitter.
Yeah, this guy hates everybody, but endorses blackface genies.
You guys are also racist and stupid. Okay, go into my job now as voicing Mr. Popo.
Yeah, guys, he's super nice and he has no nipples.
No nose. I want to hear the Japanese version of what he sounds like.
That's what we're listening to.
I can't hear it.
Did I not share the audio like a fucking idiot? God damn it. Yes.
Spencer has invited me to the stream, Jeff. Hello.
That's pretty, yeah.
It's our first guest.
I'm Mr. Bobo.
Okay. I also like the idea that anytime there's a guest on, we should say it's our first guest.
We just
like
never
if we're
keep track
rebooting.
of it.
Yeah, that way we don't have to keep track. Oh, here we go.
Whoa, I wasn't picking that one.
Marty, お前今度部屋を壊したら、ゲイキン。
He said gay king. I wonder what that means in Japanese.
Gay king.
Yeah. He's just addressing the gay king. Duh.
Kami, what's the matter? No, don't tell me. That's right. Piccolo's power is fading. Soon we will both be in another dimension. But while Earth's Dragon Balls will be gone, another batch exists on our home planet Namek. Use
That's
them
wild.
to bring us back.
They got an actual black man to sign off on this.
Like, how much you gotta pay me again?
Please don't go.
Yeah, it's like, did they show him a picture before? Like,
yeah, he's like, you motherfuckers.
oh my god, this dude did cancel people. This is the guy that went after that Vic Magnolia dude.
Say his name right, damn it.
Yeah, Vic McEggnog or whatever his name is. Yeah,
well, only because I don't know how to say it.
Yes.
Mike Magnola.
Yeah, that guy.
Do you have proof that
Oh,
fucking steak
is more stereotypical.
That is fucking hilarious. This dude is like king of canceling people in the Dragon Ball Z scene, and he played the blackface genie.
Oh my god.
It's like, you can't fucking write this. This is like Rocky style revenge, man. Laying him out in the fucking final round. God damn.
This is for Apollo.
The Latin dub is more stereotypical. It's still in English. It's super jive. Come on now, man. Like,
Hey, what
whoa.
you doing over there?
Oh my god.
Who says he will save the planet?
My planet?
Mm-hmm.
My family. My friends.
Wait, was that his voice for the character?
Kami, what is it? Is something troubling you?
This is wacky.
It's Piccolo. I can still feel the evil in his heart.
Dude, there's like a fucking 100 dubs of this guy.
Mr. Popo. He's not acting like the villain.
Actually, it is jive, but it's in Spanish.
Piccolo never would have been willing to train Goku's son. Yes.
Oh, stewardess, I speak jive.
Yeah. I wonder if that's on YouTube.
What is that one?
They don't have the Spanish one. Nope, that's the one we were just on. What the fuck? Jinx and fucking Mr. Popo, the two blackface characters from Dragon Ball Z and Pokemon. Yeah.
Good Mr. Popo.
How Mr. Popo has been censored is, yeah, they made him just really blue. That's fucking hysterical. He's a genie now. Yeah. I think Jive has got to be on here. It's like there's no fucking.
It's also racist because that assumes that anyone that dresses like that is just a genie.
Yeah. I thought you were gonna is just a genie. Nothing else.
He can be an accountant if he wants.
Maga Popo hardly shows up anymore. It's like
Can
they
be
don't
held
wanna
accountable.
Completely send him to the cornfield. Yeah, Popo. I just remember loving the character as a kid, so like innocently, and then growing up and being like, "Oh wow!"
Popo has to go back to his home planet now.
Yeah, that would be. They do like a whole episode where everybody's just crying. He like rocket boots off into space. Goodbye.
He does Frankenstein and Monster Squad. Focus.
I just remember on the one that played on like what was it, like Toonami or whatever on Cartoon Network when we were younger. He sounded like a deaf guy to me for some reason.
Yeah, I can see that.
And he was just like, he's like, everybody else was beating the shit out of each other, and he was just like the nice dude that always answered your questions if you asked them. It was like, this is the only reasonable person in this world.
Yeah, it never once crossed my mind as a kid that there was something like messed up about Mr. Popo.
Exactly, he's the nicest guy in DBZ. Exactly, and you're just like, but he looks strange. Like, what's going on there? You get older, and you're like, oh yeah,
oh, that's what it is. It's the racism. I get it now.
Yeah. Oh god, and you know that
was
was just
in
like
you all along.
It's that Japanese thing where they don't really know what the fuck like the American discourse is, and they saw that design and they were like, that looks cool. Like, it's like, god damn it, guys.
But they've also did like, remember the fucking guy in Pride? He was, I can't remember his name now. I'm blanking out, but he's a big black dude.
Gary Goodridge?
He was a huge star fighting
Gary
in Pride.
Goodridge?
He was losing. Yeah, no, it wasn't Gary Goodridge. It was
Bob
the other
Sapp?
dude. Bob Sapp.
You said always losing, so
yeah, and they had like literal promotions with him where he's up on a billboard holding bananas.
All right, striker.
That's
like,
fucking
they went
bonkers,
fucking
dude.
hardcore with racism on that. Like they knew it.
And Bob Sapp was like, "What's the paycheck?"
Yeah, he didn't care. He's like, "Yeah, I'm
yeah,"
a
because
millionaire."
he's like, "I could tear 300 of you little Japanese guys in half." That's the thing, though. Like over there, that shit is like it's like still like everything's like a comic book. Like it's for pure entertainment purposes, and if that gets people riled up and like amped up for the fight, so be it. And it's like, that's fucking wild. Like when when you live in an 80s movie, intense stuff. Pride was a wild time. I love though that you can be like big black guy in Pride and it's either Goodridge or Sap. You're like, no, not the good one. Like,
yeah, the one that sucked and always got his ass kicked.
Yeah,
Like being a giant.
Not the guy who murdered everybody. The guy who just got punched in like the nipple and would just hit the ground.
Yeah, he would always play it up like he was this big badass and really pump up the show. And then as soon as he got hit once, he just
I always loved watching Gary Goodridge fight. That dude fucking dominated. Like,
yeah, he was also one of the dirtiest fighters ever. That's why
I couldn't imagine if he came up fucking in like UFC days though, with like some real like people behind him. Like I feel like way back then it was just kind of like brawler dudes. Like you might have gone to a gym and shit, but it wasn't like now where you have like teams and like full cornermen and shit. Like,
well, he only got in it because a martial arts school in Canada, they saw him and just like, oh, that's a giant dude who looks strong. We'll get him to represent us. And he had no knowledge of like karate or martial arts or anything. He was like a arm wrestling champion.
Hell yeah.
I like to think someone that doesn't know anything about what we're talking about or what's on screen thinks that you're talking about those two guys right now.
Would you tell him to just relax
that's
and
Bob
I'll be back
Sapp
as
on the
soon as I
left.
can with some
And
medicine.
Gary Goodridge right there talking, the one with the gray hair.
What it is, Big Mama? My mama raised no dummies. I duck a rap.
Cut me some slack, Jack. Chump don't want to help. Chump don't get the help.
She just drops an M-bomb.
Bastard don't got no brains in him.
Did she really just do
that? Dude, Beth cannot stand that movie, and it's like one of my favorite movies.
It's the wrong day. Stop sniffing glue.
Surely you can't be serious. Like Beth cannot stand
you ever seen a grown man naked?
No, this and the the Naked Gun movies, Beth just like cannot stand the low hanging fruit humor, and the like. What is it, like 3 laughs a minute they were going for or something like that?
Yeah.
She like it's like she can't keep up with it, and I think those are like some of the best movies. Like, I'm such an idiot for those movies. Even Airplane 2, which is like really dumb.
And Basketball, I love Basketball.
Oh my god, they were inspired by all of those movies.
Well, no, the guys that made Airplane directed it.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I knew that
was it Zucker and something?
I knew that
or Zucker brothers.
Parker and Stone.
I just assumed they did.
Yeah, I knew Parker and Stone were just like really into their stuff, and that was like what they were going for with Basketball, but I didn't know they got the dudes to direct it.
Yeah.
That would explain why that's another movie that I just fucking love. Like, it's so many.
Yeah, I need to see that again. It's been a while.
Yeah, the long dick gags. Like, it's literally Airplane with like a hard R rating.
Yeah, they're like 3-foot long dicks.
Just doing interviews.
Just, like, so ridiculously over large.
I'm doing interviews with their monstrous dicks out. That movie rocks. Dudes rule.
Suck the chrome off the hitch, and then you see Jen McCarthy with chrome rings.
Cuts his fucking fingers off.
I was just gonna say, damn it! Before you start riffing again, I'm gonna jump off. Thanks for letting me hang out for a bit.
Oh man, I was gonna go get another drink. I'm gonna leave Jeff alone.
No, I'll hang out. I can hang out with Jeff for a minute. Yeah.
Yeah.
He can tell us about his trip.
I gotta spray pee everywhere from all this whiskey. I'm gonna go
the toilet.
I'm gonna go Chris in
mark
that
the territory.
bush.
I gotta go spray pee.
Not really.
Yes, it is.
How would an old man say it?
I gotta go urinate. I gotta release my bladder.
It's call of the wild.
Yeah, drain the lizard.
I had to go shake a man down.
That doesn't sound like he's going to bathhouses.
That sounded incredibly gay.
Gonna shake him twice before I put him away. Put him in my pants.
Fine at a rest stop.
Oh my god. God damn it. I'll be back in a minute.
Rasmus says, Jeff, can't talk. Time to sing something.
Good key, Jeff.
Shit. Let me think. So, Thin Lizzy. We were just talking about that earlier. Me.
I already forgot that. All right, so yeah. Anyways, welcome back, Jeff. It's good to have you.
It was weird. It felt like forever.
He was so mean the whole time you were gone.
I bet he was.
There was no riffing. There was very little making fun of him. It was not tolerated.
Oh no, you can't do that. He doesn't like that at all.
No, but when you're here, there's 2 of us, and it's harder for him to stop us. So.
To stop hitting us.
He's like, I can't wait till we all meet in person so I can beat the crap out of these 2.
You know he's really going to be like 5'2" in real life. That's why he hates Danzig, because it reminds him of himself.
Like, damn it.
Oh, yeah, I'm like 6'4", like, oh, big dude.
I'm so big. Oh, I'm so big.
I'm so
I'm going to go
huge.
water a tree with both my pee because I'm so tall.
We've seen him in real life. He's been using a voice modulator, too. Hey, guys. How you fellas doing?
Little munchkin.
Rex Doom says, gotta strangle my one-eyed weasel. See?
There you go.
Gotta strangle my one-eyed weasel, see? Had to run AFK. I don't get that one. Had to run AFK while you guys were still talking boobs. It seems we got a major leak from the upstairs shower. Well, that sucks.
Oh, that's a bummer. Damn, take care of that. Don't listen to us.
No, but yeah,
It's like, hold on, they're riffing, but there's a bunch of water. Not my fault. There was a bunch of dead air a few minutes ago. Now they're talking again.
He said a thing. He's reading comments now. He needs my help.
Spencer left so the guys can be funny again. They're talking about how he's not good.
I went back to Virginia to visit the fam and got stuck. On the way up, there's an accident, like literally every 30 miles. And it should have taken like 12 hours. It took like 15 that first night. And then on the way back, it took 17 hours to get home.
Nothing should take 12 hours.
It fucking sucks.
So accidents because the snow?
No, it's
Ice?
just everybody was traveling. We thought it was going to be like, because of COVID and shit, everybody's going to stay home. But I guess because of COVID, it was the opposite. Everybody's like, I need to get the fuck out of my house and go visit family or do something. So there was just traffic everywhere.
Everyone's been dumber out on the road with all this stuff too. Like people have been like driving less or something, or they're just too much on their minds or something. I don't know. My neighborhood, like people to avoid each other, like on the sidewalk, people are just like walking out into the street. Like cars are like swerving, like to avoid people and stuff. And then people are just driving like idiots. So I'm not surprised. There's a bunch of accidents.
Yeah, it was terrible. It took forever to get anywhere. And 17 hours of driving, like my back went out when I got there. And I had to go to the urgent care and get a shot in my back and muscle relaxers and all kinds of shit. And I started feeling good, and then we got stuck in the car for 17 hours.
Oh.
And my back was just like, womp, 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 womp.
Oh, you're just like laying on the hood since the traffic's so slow.
I got like one leg out the window trying to like somehow relax. And
I'm back.
Simonon says, is Virginia really famous for its ham? It is. It is, in fact. They sell a variety of ham at Virginia's ham. Yeah, that's what we're known for.
I know the
Ham
chat's
and peanuts.
The chat's always on a slight delay,
And
but I said
tobacco.
I'm back in the first comment that pops up. That sucks. Perfect
Next
timing.
says Virginia is famous for its incest. That's actually not entirely untrue.
Yeah, it's like, you guys never noticed Jeff's eyes are weirdly close together?
It is illegal to marry your cousin in Virginia.
You say legal?
Yeah.
You got any hot cousins?
Well, I got web toes.
Does that answer your question?
All right, that's awesome.
Perfect note for Ryan to leave.
I'm gonna leave on Jeff's a mutant because I don't want to find out that he's not. So take care, everybody. Hail the chat. Thank you, everybody. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Dun, 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 Yeah, that shit still rips.
That's one of the best theme songs ever.
Yeah.
And everybody from our generation knows it.
And it was like some dad just like shredding on guitar. Fucking cool.
Yeah, Silver Ogre says, I thought Virginia was for lovers. Yeah, lovers of your cousin. It's the Shelbyville Estates.
Kayla's ass tonight. Not getting back to me.
Simonon says, hot cousins with 6 toes? Well, is there any other kind? What do you think the 6th toe is for?
Ooh.
Butt stuff.
Dude, little Padrino with the Lobo tonight. Basically did a Lobo cover.
Yeah, that looked awesome. He's killing it.
Absolutely. You literally, I tweeted that as you said it. Fantastic stuff. Cool seeing all the dudes following along. Has me stoked to see what the hell everybody is going to do following along with us for the 24-hour comic on Friday.
Silver Ogre says, my experience is that Virginia is for speed traps. Maryland is 10 times worse, so I never really thought of it that way.
Oh, dude, Jeff, I thought something like this would be really cool too. And after watching some videos about it, sorry to like derail things. I don't know how well you can see that, but that it's like King in Yellow sort of thing, and he's opening up his coat, and there's like a different world inside.
Yeah, like a tower.
Yeah, it was like you'd basically have to do like a green screen inside there, and the tentacles would be real and everything. Make those floppy and maybe pin them up on the arms or something, so when he moves his arms, the tentacles sway around.
Like a tower.
But then, yeah, you green screen that, but then that other world or whatever that it's a portal to, you shoot footage of that, actual footage, but you shoot some cool, like, miniature sculpture or something.
Yeah.
And then just fucking dub that footage over. And I was talking to a couple people about it. Jerry said he knows some guys that might be able to point me in the right direction for some, like, post-production composite people that'll take that, like, actual like principal footage and like make it look really good and seamless.
I like that you said miniatures too, because miniatures look fucking great.
That's like I have all the like I have wood paneling and stuff that I can use already and basically build like essentially like widescreen dioramas. And build them with like expanding foam and Dremel them down and shit and do all these weird landscapes and miniature buildings and stuff and just shoot really good footage of it and color correct it and then comp it into these scenes. There was another one from this guy too. He did this really cool scale one. It was like or no, it was a different artist actually, but it was a doorway and there's like a girl on the ground outside the doorway, like looking into it. But then in the doorway was two giant hands like grabbing onto the door frame. And you could just see like a giant mouth and teeth on the other side of like some like humanoid monster that had to be like 30 feet tall. But it was like that. You can also shoot like real. And you make a small set. You shoot the lady actor on a green screen, you comp her into the small set, and you basically build the small set to scale so the actor who plays the giant can lean into it, wrap his hands around it, and like talk inside of it. And you shoot that as the actual footage, and then you comp in the tiny version of the actual hero character. It was like everything, it was like at most like the effects I'm trying to use are like Star Wars era or earlier. Like original trilogy and earlier. So it was like compositing miniatures and all that stuff. I don't want to do like any CG unless it's like glowing eyes and stuff like that. Like how they basically like the digital version of how they did rotoscoping back in the day.
Right.
I don't want to do anything other than like lighting and color correcting digitally. And most of the lighting is going to be real lighting anyways. Beth got these fucking awesome lights that they're Bluetooth light bulbs. You can get them on Amazon. They're like 2 for $25. Actually, I can show you guys right now.
And with the low budget film too, like in-camera effects will instantly make that movie look way more professional than some cheap ass CGI.
These things, Govies, Beth got them just because she likes colored lighting, but you can pop these into any fucking light fixture, and there's an app on the phone that links to them, and you can change the color spectrum to like any color.
Oh, nice.
And they even go to like black light spectrum. The cats really like the black light for some reason, so she normally puts the black light on in my office after I'm like out of here and done working for the day, and they'll just come in my office and lay down together. It's really weird, but the black light like calms them down. And
get one of those then.
yeah, she got these just for the house. Yeah, just like get them, pop them in somewhere, and like see like what color spectrum your cat's like. It was weird. She tried like a couple different colors, and they really seem to look. It's funny too. They look like mob bosses in the black light. They just like glow all weird. And you walk into the room, and their eyes are all glowing, and they'll just stare at you. You're like on a set for some seedy porno movie, but it's all cats.
Silver Ogre says going from DC out past Fairfax. Oh shit! I used to live in Fairfax.
Very cool now though, because I can take one of those cheap like Home Depot just like flood bulbs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like the tin fucking cover ones. Pop one of these in it, and then just on my phone set it to whatever color I want, and just have like weird ambient colored lighting that's super fucking bright. Like it's crazy how bright it is.
Cool. Towns every couple miles on major highways, 55, 25, behind a tree, 55, 25, up, down, up, down. Yeah, Northern Virginia fucking sucks.
You heard it here
nothing but
first,
traffic.
folks. Spencer's anti-CG. Did I say that? Oh, yeah. Anti-CGI. Whoops.
But yeah, Northern Virginia fucking sucks. It's terrible. That's where I used to live. That's where I grew up. It's growing, and it's just basically been taken over.
That'd be
It's terrible.
That's how we get EVS to notice us. I'm railing on about how I hate CG, talking about computer graphics in movies. He's
And
just
this
like,
fucking bullshit
listen,
movement of CG.
I don't know who this fucking Death Curse kid is, but fuck him. I'd be like, what's up? Oh, you guys hate CG too? Welcome to
What's
the
your name?
stream.
Tamara Bonvillain? Max Visaggio? Yeah, I hate CG too.
Oh, God. Who called her Vag Massagio? Because that shit had me dying laughing. That is just like, you couldn't plan that. That's like that. If I were writing parody superhero books, that would be the Doctor Strange character, or that would be like what he says when he does magic. Vag Massagio. Oh, God, cat. Go lay down. Just jumping up onto the fucking drawing table.
Like how you talk to it. Go lay down. Like I guess actually gotta do that.
No, he does.
Like, all right, that's what I do all day.
Yeah, he wants like a treat or something. He's being a douche.
Cats can be douches.
He likes to completely rip up the blinds.
Oh yeah.
So we just weatherproofed the windows this
I'll
week.
do that.
And he essentially slit down all the weatherproofing on the windows so he could get in and fuck up the blinds. So now we're trying to figure out, like, can we get curtains that, like, lock to the wall?
Yeah, ours are ripping up the carpet.
Oh, that's fun.
Fuck.
Bastards. It's insane. It's like quarantine hit and they know. And I'm like, they've always been indoor cats. Like, I don't know what the fuck changed for them. But
Rasmat says Spencer gets hired by DC next week.
Dude.
Guys,
Dad,
I got like 6 comics I'm working on for DC now.
at least, you know, they pay. For now.
Silver Ogre, is it me or is Zach turning pod person? Well, he likes Wonder Woman 84, so...
I don't know what's going on. Well, he's always had wacky takes with fucking movies. Holy
like,
shit.
Of course he loves that movie.
Dude, cat. Okay, I'm going to just hold you for a minute. Relax, pickle.
All right, later, Rex Doom.
Take it easy, Rex Doom. Sorry, my cat's going ape shit.
And it's Gay Kings. Duh.
You're locked out now, cat. Shutting the door on you. It's funny, too, that door doesn't close all the way, but if you just, like, shut it halfway, it, like, scares him, and he just won't go near it anymore. This is like a crack open, and you can see him, like, he'll sit, like, outside on the other side of it, like, a couple feet away, and you can just see, like, one of his eyes peering through the crack in the door. but he won't walk through it.
That's what my mom's dogs do with the basement. Like, if you open the basement door, they are terrified to go down there.
Yeah, like they're little kids and it's haunted.
That scares me because it's like, well, what's down there? What do
Yeah.
they know?
Yeah. What the fuck are the dogs hitting on that I don't see? Cats, you're like, whatever. These cats are stupid.
Basements
Dogs
are still scary as an adult. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
An unfinished basement is terrifying.
Not for me. Basements are just dangerous for me for the most part.
No, it's infested with ghosts.
Oh man, I can't do, or let me see if I can on YouTube. I gotta pull up the stream on YouTube now. Yeah, links don't click through on fucking StreamYard. It's a pain in the ass. So, like, we have no problem with people sharing links on here. We're totally cool with that, obviously.
Girthy door. Behind the girthy door. That's a good name.
But yeah, the links fucking suck on here. Let me see if I can grab this.
Yeah, grab it.
Grab it real hard.
Touch it.
Squeeze it.
Just kiss it.
Squeeze it. Did we find it? Watch this be like porno.
I hope so.
Got his ass.
If you guys aren't sending us porno, you suck.
Giant God Warrior appears in Tokyo. I'm assuming that tracks. He said Japanese short using miniatures and other practical effects. Yeah, we've been looking at compiling a list. Me and Kevin were talking about Japanese ghost movies last night that all the names are fucking wacky, but there's some stuff like that on Shudder and stuff already that I was going to check out. Some on Amazon Prime as well, last I checked.
Hey, have you watched that new show on Netflix? The shit, it's the one with the guys.
Did I hear The Stand finally came out?
I don't know.
I thought it did.
There's a new show on Netflix. It's a monster TV show.
Yeah, December 17th. It premiered.
I think it's Japanese.
Was it a Netflix show? Oh, no, it's not. It's CBS All Access. Why did I think the new Stand show was a Netflix show?
Sweet Home. Have you seen Sweet Home yet?
Sweet Home?
Yeah.
Is that Netflix?
Yeah, okay, it is.
Oh, it's got a bunch of weird monsters and shit in it, right?
Yeah,
I just put that on my list the other day because I saw that.
I just found out about it, and it looks awesome.
Yeah, there's a bunch of wacky. Did we get flagged?
Are we off?
Mal just said it was 8 years old. Oh, stream unavailable.
Really? It says we're live still.
We should pop right back up. I just killed it as soon as I realized what they were saying in chat.
Damn.
Japanese are way more picky even than Disney. Did they completely pull us, though?
They should have something where it tells you that you're getting
Watch
pulled.
it. Watch it not have any fucking thing to do with the Japanese thing. Watch it be like T-Rex or something.
I just posted we shall return.
Yeah, it should pop back up any moment. Hasn't yet for some reason.
Yeah, it's saying stream is unavailable right now. That's annoying.
Right? Come on, you dickheads. Nothing about copyright, nothing coming up in the dashboard. So it's got to be way back or something. What the fuck? I mean, I killed the video a minute ago.
Oh,
so
we're back. The Japanese Pearl Harbored us. It's so unlike them.
Yeah, they got us back finally. Yeah, that was wacky. Fucking A, man. Watch later on, we'll get it too, and it won't even be that movie or anything. It'll be something else completely. It'll be that fucking
Mr. Popo voice guy.
That masked mutilator, yeah, or like the Mr. Popo video or something. Just like the weirdest shit to get flagged for. It's always like that. We'll get a message from the director of that short film we were watching. Oh, it's all good, Mel. We don't give a shit. That happens all the time here.
Yeah.
We just have to kill the video and it'll like the stream will catch back up in a minute. That's the longest it's ever gone though. It's normally like within like 15 seconds of stopping whatever you were watching.
He did say, we didn't get to this, the guy who directed this wrote and directed episodes of Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Oh, so it wasn't too far off.
I always thought it was weird that was in 1 Hour Photo. Remember the kid was a big fan of that, and he had that action figure and everything, and he explains it to Robin Williams.
Oh, I forgot all about that.
It was like the weirdest, like, little inclusion of, another, like, geeky thing. Like, every once in a while you watch a movie and they have, like, Silver Surfer and Crimson Tide.
That's like the brand here, Mal. We get flagged for the dumbest shit all the time. The BBC has literally struck so many of our streams at this point. We haven't even been streaming that long, and they have like a fucking rap sheet with us. Bastards. British bastards. Having all the best shameful content. That's the funniest thing is it's always some shit they're ashamed of. Like they have like a full ban on it. It's not even like you can leave it up, but you can't monetize it. It's like, no, people can't even see this video until you delete this section of the clip.
Yeah.
They're like, we don't want this still on the internet. I'm like, that's so fucking like it's weird to think that like we've already experienced it with like some like just like digital things. There's videos and stuff throughout the years that have disappeared. There was one I saw in high school that used to make me laugh my fucking dick off, and I still quote it to Beth all the time. I want to say I've never been able to track it down, but it was like a shitty like local ad for a restaurant. And I think the restaurant was in like New Orleans or something because it was like a gumbo place. And it was just like one of those like the like Italian pizza place ones where it's like the like green screen like floating owner just like yelling at you with like a picture of the like building in the background.
Mm-hmm.
And then it would like cut to them like walking around in the building with employees like making food and talking still like insanely fast and yelling at you. But it's just like Cajun dude. And he's yelling like Crawdad's Crawfish Shack or some shit. It's like a crawfish place, pretty sure in New Orleans, just like screaming about it. And he says something about like them now having a patio, and he punctuates it all with the patio having big old fans that'll blow your hair. And he like yells it, big old fans that'll blow your hair. And it is fucking perfect. And it used to make me laugh like a retard. And I cannot find it anymore. You get struck for fair use. James DeBello. Yeah, James DeBello personally flagged us. He's like, fuck you guys, I'm trying to bury this movie.
He's like, I'm still a star.
Yeah, it was the metal Robin Williams guy.
Speaking of that, so Razmas says most likely the director really liked Neon Genesis Evangelion, and then Mal says, I wonder if the 1 hour photo inclusion had to do with Robin Williams being a nerd. I know he liked comics and video games. Maybe he watched anime. I didn't even know he was a nerd.
Probably. Yeah, he's a huge nerd.
What did he like? Like, did he ever say like what comics he
Porno.
liked and stuff? Porno. But did he ever say like what
hung
comics he
himself
thought he read?
autoerotic asphyxiating on Pornhub? No, that's horrible. I'm sorry, Robin.
Well, he did it. No.
Yeah, I mean, he did do it. I don't know if there's any like specific talk about it, but he's just a very nerdy dude and like a pop culture nut in general. If you watched any of his stand up or anything back in the day, he cast a wide net.
Robin Williams was into pop culture. Okay.
I think there might even be like him reading comics in
Now says he read
Good Morning
Transmetropolitan.
Vietnam. I feel like he might be flipping through comics in like a passing scene.
That's interesting. Did not know this.
He's like, I'd have to look through his younger stuff again. But yeah, he was always a nerdy dude. And at that point in time, that would make sense that he would have more like say in a movie like that, where what was it, 1 Hour Photo? Says later in his career he could be like, hey, we should like use this for the thing. Where it's like, this kind of shit doesn't really get a lot of attention, so no, he read Transmetropolitan.
There's also like a very dark anime for that kid to be into.
Yeah, he named his daughter Zelda. That was another big one.
Oh shit. That's cool.
Yeah, I forget it. I think it's more so just in interviews he's talked about stuff, but I can't think of anything specifically. It's just I thought that was always like just like a thing people knew about Robin Williams. So he's like turbo nerd.
The director of 1 Hour Photo was the original director for the Wolfman movie that Benicio del Toro was in. I really wished he had made it because I really wanted to see what he was going to do with it.
I kind of think like some of the best comedians are all kind of like that. Like I imagine Carlin was probably like a fucking turbo nerd.
You think? I feel like he would hate all that stuff.
No, dude. It's like I feel like he'd probably hate to talk about it with other people, but
behind the scenes, like keeps it all in the box.
It's
doesn't
probably
tell anybody.
Artsy as fuck. Okay, so I tried to look up and see if James DeBello was on Twitter. It's very depressing results.
Just tweet him. Hi.
If it is him, he's got like 400.
He looks like Orson Welles now. Rasmus says a closet nerd.
Oh, Twitter thing's going off.
Yeah, a lot of celebrities for a long time were closet nerds. Like nobody really talked about that until like what, the mid 90s, maybe. I remember Wizard Magazine did a whole thing about celebrities who read comics. Like Sam Jackson was in there. He was a big fan of Sin City back in the day.
Sorry, shit's unraveling on Twitter as I'm trying to find out if these obscure actors still exist.
I want to say, I know Vin Diesel was a Dungeons and Dragons nerd. I think he liked comics too.
So all the weird ones aren't on Twitter. James DeBello, not on Twitter. The Serena Vincent chick we were on about, she's on Twitter.
Gleb Melkinov.
Yeah,
Melnikov.
Big Gleb Melnikov. That's what's more people going off about that still. That
Yeah, now he says, I want to apologize to everyone who I offended. It was dumb for me to tweet all those things. Except for Comic Skate, of course, I'm still not your friend.
Yes, indeed. James DeBello from Detroit Rock City. Oh yeah, you showed up late tonight. We got into a whole thing about that. It's like, what if he's on Twitter? He's so like randomly not around in things anymore. Hit him up. We'll get him in a he's our goth Conan. What the fuck is up, dudes? We make like doom stoner doom metal Conan. He's just smoking a fatty the whole time, fighting like orcs and shit. Oh man, you were getting too nerdy for me. Closet nerd who is a Whovian when he comes out, is he out of the TARDIS?
He is a TARDIS.
And all of his friends.
I never got into Doctor Who.
Nope, I rip on Mike for it all the time. My buddy and co-writer on Cade, big Doctor Who fan, and he's not like pushy about it, but he's like, really, man, you got to check it out. I had a roommate who was a suicide girl back in the day, and she was like really into it, and all her suicide girlfriends were like, no, it's really cool, you got to watch Doctor Who. Couldn't get into it, even with a bunch of smoking models telling me I need to watch Doctor Who. I was like, nope, sorry. Yeah, if any of you want to, if any of you ever want to check out my old roommate Lolana Suicide, I think she's like Lolana Nirvana on Twitter now. She's like an e-girl, streams on Twitch and shit.
Silver Ogre says, is a closet nerd a person hiding their nerdiness, or is it someone really into closets? That would be a closet geek who's into closets.
She's cool as fuck, though. Actually, me and Laura used to, well, Lalana used to fucking hang out and play that X-Men Legends game a shitload.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like
PS2
we just,
or whatever?
Yeah, we just get high as fuck on like days we both weren't working, and just like hang out and play X-Men Legends for hours and make food and get high.
Pornhub.
A Pornhub?
Yes, she did. Yes, sure.
Jeff's just flying.
I gotta go, guys.
Excuse me. Oh,
I have to go to the bathroom.
With a cat break in.
Yeah, be excused.
There's a cat among us.
I met her in a club down in Old Soho.
I hear you creeping, cat. Oh, damn, it's 1 a.m. already, too.
It tastes just like Coca-Cola.
Yeah, go lay down, you bastards. One of them was sleeping, and the other one would walk up and, like, bite his ass. Just to, like, piss him off. And then they'll both wake up and chase each other around. The other one will pass out, and then the other one will do the same thing to him. Closet geek would swallow closets.
I remember Sam Jackson reading 100 Bullets trade in Snakes on a Plane.
100
Snakes on a Plane music
bullets.
video in the theater. We all yelled in my group 100 Bullets and pointed at the screen like Leo in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That's funny.
Dude, fucking 100 bullets is the shit. That's the dialogue Bible.
And now every celebrity that does a superhero movie says that they're geeks.
Brian Azzarello walked so we could crawl. That motherfucker struts in that book. That's why I can't do pull quotes for other people's books, because everything would just be like, this book rips. I'm fucking drunk. I love this shit.
I'm pissing on a bush.
Yeah. Pissing on a bush reading this book, and it fucking rips. Check it out. These dudes are killing it. I'm brain damaged.
My name's Spencer.
Right.
It just keeps going on.
Just stream of consciousness. It's like half the book cover.
What was I talking about again?
I don't know why they ran it. It is not a good pull quote.
It's a whole page worth.
We thought it would be funny. Damn it, guys. Excuse me. Goddamn. Yeah, I was really hoping Kayla would get back to my silly ass tonight. You reading their new book, Moonshine? So good. Of course. Christian, my co-creator on Voidwalker, is the colorist on Moonshine.
Oh damn, that's cool.
He's Eduardo Risso's, like, I always say understudy, but he's like his assistant, I guess. Like they're just like in the studio together all the time. Like before before COVID, I would be
more like Eduardo Kiso.
Yeah. Ooh, smoochy. I love him. I'm a huge fan of him. I'd kiss that dude on the mouth. If I met him and he was like, "Give me a kiss," I'd be like, "All right,
yeah.
Let's do it, dude."
No, I loved that, and I also loved his run on Batman.
Yeah, I'm like, am I gonna be better at art when I kiss you?
Because you won't know until you try it.
Yeah, open those books up. Christian's name, I think, is in there. Boy is talented. I always say boy because I always thought he was younger than me, but he's like 10 years older than me.
He's 60.
No, he's like, I think he turned 40 this year. The year I turned 30.
The year I became a man.
And he's Argentinian, so he looks fucking 20 years younger than me. Christian looks 15 in all his photos. And he's ages like a fine wine and fucking makes beautiful art.
And makes beautiful love.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
In lockdown. Love in lockdown. There's a fucking Blaze novel for you.
100 bullets in my heart.
Ooh. That's a spicy meatball.
Ooh, that's a spicy taco.
Oh my god, I made tacos for dinner. We have leftovers. I might make a taco after. Oh, Jeff, this was another one. Definitely want to do something like this guy. Let me share this screen. Because this would be really easy. You basically cast a bunch of skulls and stuff and lace them together all weird. And it ends up like being like shoulder pads essentially for the person. But that one would be really cool. Something sort of like that. And the idea is to do this surrealist fantasy where we're not seeing a lot of action. It's sort of like a trailer for this thing. So just like quickly changing set pieces and different monsters. I had an idea for a giant scene, which if I can get this, I need to like figure out the math on it and everything and get the scale right. But you basically have an actor playing a giant out in the open and you do like the monster design on them. And they're the creature's called the Corpse Eater and it's eating a human arm. So I have to sculpt a really tiny to scale human arm that would actually be like probably about the length of like a human hand in actuality. So it's only like maybe like the length of this marker is the actual human arm, and it's supposed to look like a severed arm, and he's like going to be eating it, so it has to have a part that can peel away and everything. And then we have the hero character in the foreground or the background or something, however we decide to do the forced perspective. And he tosses the tiny arm at the camera, and when he tosses the arm, we quick cut that to a scene of a real fake cast of a full.
Oh,
yeah, I hit the wrong thing. Full-size human arm landing in front of the hero character. So if I get that right and I cut it properly, there's the first shot of the tiny arm being thrown from the giant, and then it cuts to second shot, a full-size human and severed arm that matches that tiny arm and like the bite damage. landing in front of the hero character, so it looks like 1-to-1 of the hero character's size again. So sort of playing little weird editing tricks like that. Will there be a tiny arm POV? Yeah, like Sam Raimi style. Just fucking put a GoPro on the arm and whip it. Yeah, I was trying to figure that out last night, and I was like, that could work, or it'll look absolutely cartoony and ridiculous. Like, but I'm almost all right with that. It's gonna end up looking like a really shitty Harryhausen film.
No, I love it. I think this is gonna be really cool.
You picked a prison wife for when they round us. Oh, God. Yeah, no, I want to do like weird, cool shit like that, and it's almost like this strange traveler in a foreign land, and they're gonna come across all of these different characters, and I was gonna do like there will be like a couple like quick cut action scenes with some of them, so it's not just like two like here's a bunch of like 3-second shots of like panning through weird locations like. I don't want it to read like a sizzle reel. I want it to still feel like a trailer. And I think there might still be like some little bits of dialogue in it.
Mm-hmm.
But I like the idea of doing like a legit, like wicked badass lady character and just doing her silent. Especially if Kayla is down for it, because then I don't have to worry about her like nailing any lines or anything. It's more about like getting the body language down and making the outfit work. But yeah, could be really rad.
So she said she's gonna do it.
Or I talked to her a little bit about it earlier today, and then she just fucking blacked out or whatever else. Ed was gone with to see family during the holiday, and she wanted to stay with her family, so he just got back to town tonight. So I'm assuming they're just hanging out. She's a space cadet, so like I said, she's probably screaming at Skyrim right now, and he's like sitting next to her laughing.
Yeah, I think I might watch Wonder Woman tonight, and we can talk about it.
Oh, you madman! I think it's funny we got rid of HBO recently, and then they announced all that shit, and I was like, of course. But no, I have not watched it. I don't care to. I told you I still haven't even watched all of the first one.
The first one's good.
Yeah, I heard that. I watched like fucking like a half hour of it and was like, yeah, I get this. This is a movie.
You know what I think is interesting though? Zack Snyder wrote the first one. Everybody hated on him about everything else he's done, but the movie that he wrote, everybody loves. And this next one, Patty Jenkins, I think, helped write it, and everybody hates it.
That's wacky. I didn't know he wrote that one.
Yeah. And you know what? The first one, too, like, he must have been very, like, influential on the visual style, because it looks very much like one of his movies, including the action. It has, like, his action style.
Yeah.
And this new one, everybody complains about the action being so goofy. So I'm guessing, he was very, he didn't have anything to do with this new one.
Yeah, I remember the trailer having like war scenes that were like 300 editing, and it felt super dated.
Yeah, you could see
it was like that speed ramping slow motion shit.
Yeah, the first one has some really bad CGI in it.
I also didn't know if that was actually in the movie, because that seemed to be a thing at the time where like all trailers and stuff were doing that.
You talking about the scene where she's like
dealing
with tanks and stuff?
I don't know.
Oh.
Just like fighting in World War I or some shit.
Yeah, well, the tank stuff in that one is really wonky. But overall, it's still a pretty good movie.
I'm sure. I'll get around to it at some point.
I can't want to see it.
I can't hate on stuff like that, because I watch the dumbest. I mean, I can, but I watch the dumbest shit and get lots of enjoyment out of it. So I'm sure there's people that absolutely love that nonsense.
Oh, there's people that like Birds of Prey. I mean, there's people that like all kinds of horrible things.
Dude, the idea of a knight wandering around wearing like a menorah on their back is wacky as fuck, but it looks cool.
What?
This guy's got candles on his back.
Oh. He's just very, very Jewish.
And I'm like, you couldn't shoot an action scene of that, but in a trailer, that looks fucking cool as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Some dude walks out of the dark, and it's like nothing but the candle light, and then you have ambient light that he walks into.
That's the kind of thing you would see in like a Tarsem movie, like The Fall.
That's when I started sending stuff to Jerry, the first thing he said was, he was like, this shit, like, he's like, so you're going for like a fantasy version of like The Cell. And I was like, I fucking love Tarsem.
But you know what sucks with him? Aiko Ishioka passed away like after the one he did with Henry Cavill. I always forget the name of that one. Fuck, what's that one called? Immortals? I don't know. But anyways,
was that him?
Yeah. But she
How
was
did
the
I
one that
not
came up with
know
all
that?
that, all the amazing costumes and stuff. And none of his later films have looked anywhere near as good as they used to.
Wow, I didn't even know that this was another cool one. It's like Hell Priest floating. That was another thing. So basically every one of the characters, I want to be some sort of like old school technical feat. So like the hovering thing I thought would be really cool, and doing some sort of veil like lace thing sort of pulled out like that I thought would be really cool, especially if it's like ripped apart and fraying. You can do that with like hinge wires that come off of the actor, so it like holds that shape. And then you have like a fan blowing or whatever, and you basically have this guy on a harness, and you light it so you can't see the harness wire.
Oh, yeah, you can do floating like super easy.
Yeah, it would be fucking super rad too, and you just do something gnarly like that. There's another one like a Red Witch or something. I don't know if it was in this guy's stuff. There's another guy that I follow on Twitter. I was mentioning him the other night. Let me see if I can find it again really quick. Sorry, dudes. Mike Franchina. Yeah.
People have been talking about Soul also from Pixar. Can I see that?
Yeah, I heard the story is amazing, but everybody's pretty like on board with just the art style being like fucking hideous.
Oh, it's hideous, really? That's what they're saying?
Yeah, like everybody said, like the lighting, it's just the character design, it's all really wonky. Like there's a bunch of people saying that just like the characters all look really fucking ugly. I think it kind of has it seems almost like they were going for like a Wallace and Gromit kind of vibe with the characters, where they're sort of supposed to be that way. Weird. But the crowd didn't seem to like it much. So
that'd be weird too when you're doing that and you're doing that hyper realistic, like, super CGI.
That's the whole thing. Is it's a weird mashup because the lighting does look really good and everything, but then like it's intentionally like ugly.
Yeah, it's kind of like
yeah, the human characters look really. It's caricaturing to like a very like extreme, because I saw a couple shots where the characters looked really good. Like there's a barber character in it that's like this big like he's like a big black guy, like a New York barber stereotype, but it's like no, like the shape building and everything in it is really well done, and I feel like he stands out in like all the screenshots I saw of the movie compared to every other character, because the rest of them, like their heads look like weird like art house vases and shit. It's weird.
Is it like the Tintin movie? Like that kind of weird?
No, because Tintin was nailing the style of like the books they're based on. Soul is good. I thought the animation was great, but I think they were definitely going for something different. Yeah, it's just that sort of weird Wallace and Gromit, and it's sort of that other end of the spectrum with the Uncanny Valley, like you were saying, where the lighting and all the dynamics are hyper realistic, but then they went so far in the other direction with the caricaturing.
Razmat says Soul is basically Mr. Popo's life.
This one's really wild. So this guy does it's like medieval stuff mashed up with like Lovecraftian horror, and then sometimes like World War II, World War I type stuff. But he posted this on Twitter originally, and like the idea was he thought it would be cool, like these paladins have to like give up something to join this order of the paladin, and the women basically have to like give up a breast.
That kind of looks like something out of Berserk.
Yeah, like that's kind of the vibe, is like he does like these weird hyper realistic, like, yeah, this thing's cool as fuck and it's gigantic. There's a priest over here for scale. And he writes these little stories on his Twitter about the creatures. There's like different like religions, and they all pray to these weird gods and eventually ascend into these crazy alien things. Yeah, the Penitent Martyr. This one's really fucking cool.
What was that red one underneath of him?
I think that's one of the ones I wanted to get to. Yeah, so this was one of the ones I definitely want to recreate something like this.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, they would cut their breasts to use a bow. And he had read about that, and then in like the lore he's built, because it seems now almost like he's building towards doing like an art book or something, because he writes these little excerpts on there. But yeah, that's where it came from originally, is that he read a thing about how I forget what century it was, but archers would cut their titties off so they could shoot better, I guess.
Mal says, since you're bringing up some medieval type art, have you seen the movie Headhunter?
Yes, I actually have. That was one of the ones where there is some cool stuff in it, but I was like, if I'm going to do something like this, I want to go full tilt, because Headhunter never really got there all the way for me. This is really cool. Another like paladin.
I haven't had a chance though.
I think that one is on Shudder.
Yeah, that's why I can't watch it.
You didn't get it?
App I don't have.
Oh my god, it's like the cheapest one.
I know, but when you get like 10 others.
Yeah, right. When you're a heathen. This guy's cool. Yeah, but like the shield stuff, a lot of this is really like fairly, I mean, the painting to do something super ornate like that would be really fucking hard. But
you don't even need to do anything like super crazy, because like, you know, you look at Terry Gilliam films.
No, I want to do
lighting and.
Well, that's the big thing, is just do cool shapes and shit.
Yeah,
and like
exactly.
Really
you just kind of give the impression of a shape.
I like the idea of doing these metallics and shit like that. I might do a couple things where like maybe there is like the final boss guy does have some gnarly painted shield and sword. But same thing again, I don't need like real swords or anything unless it's being shot in a close up and stuff like that. There's plenty of stuff I can get away with in a wide shot. I'm more about, can we make some really fucking gnarly like monster designs. I love this. This was originally one of the ones where I was like, it's almost like a bondage outfit. Because it's like skin tight, but it's like the ribbed stitching all the way up it.
That kind of looks like the Silent Hill nurses meet the Silent Hill Pyramid Head.
It's like Pyramid Head, Silent Hill nurses meets fucking badass Lady Knight. Yeah, the Headhunter is solid though. Just like I kept expecting something more and it never showed up, and that's what I was like, doing a short film, something quick like this. Here's another really cool one. Doing something like this I thought would be rad, and again, It'd just be a matter of planning everything else out and compositing immediately, especially too if I did a scene like this with something like this.
Gross.
Dude, so
Or it's draining into that bowl.
yeah, but so for this, I get like my nieces and nephews to come out for the day, and I make robes that look like they're adults and get them in the robes, and you shoot it in a wide shot, so you just see them walking with the bowls and they're covered up in makeup or whatever. They'd be pumped to be in it too. And then I have me in the costume, so I'm, like 3-4 feet taller than them. Like they're like fucking little kids.
Mm-hmm.
One of them's like 4. Like he comes up to like my knees, and you fucking shoot a scene like that, just like walking through or you could just do it like walking through green screen and then do a miniature set and do like a fucking gnarly hallway or something. And I'm excited to do miniature sets because I used to do this shit at like Games Workshop, and for like all my nerdy friends in middle school and high school. I'm basically going back to being a little kid again. It was like work before, but now all you guys are like, you bitch, you won't do fantasy. I'm gonna do it so fucking hard. This is gonna end up being a feature film. I'm gonna be like, how did we get here?
I've written my own Silmarillion for the film.
We're at the Oscars for our shitty lady horror fantasy. How did I get here? Yeah, I saw this thing and I was like, I already have a bunch of orbs for the spare buddy heads, and I actually have a few extras because I bought extras. So I was like, I could make something like that pretty easily. Paint it to look all bronze, drill some eye holes in it, add some spikes and shit to it uniformly, and some bracketing. I love to just walking around with a nuke on his back.
I just read a thing from Bounding into Comics that Disney and Lucasfilm employees are livid over the return of Luke Skywalker.
Okay.
They are planning on introducing ideas and narratives that would make a Luke redemption difficult, and are reportedly working in private messages to sabotage attempts by Filoni and Favreau via minor mediums such as graphic novels to push The Last Jedi narrative even harder.
LOL. Let them. Like the TV shows and the movies have ever given a shit about anything outside the TV shows or the movies.
Oh.
That shit might as well not be canon.
This is like the Joe.
The only reason they don't say it's canon, or they don't say that it's not canon, is because it means people would stop buying it immediately.
Yeah.
But wait till the next batch of movies comes out and that shit isn't canon again. Like, I promise you. So again, I like looking at this like concept art stuff because then it gets my brain thinking like, oh, how would we shoot this? This miniature background, you shoot 2 different people on robes walking repeatedly in lines, basically. Comp that in for these bottom guys. If you wanted to do like this 3-headed gnarly thing with all these eyes and tentacles, so you make that thing and you have that as like a somewhat scaled miniature, and you shoot all that moving, maybe just like swinging on a wire slightly so the tentacles kind of move and stuff and they don't stay static, or you just like animate that with them on wires and you move the strings around. You comp the background in, you comp the miniature head thing in like that, and then you would have to do another layer where you do the actress, that's the woman body underneath the big head in the middle. You have your actress there all done up in the makeup and hanging on her wire or whatever, or you have her laying down on a green screen so she can like move around and it looks like she's floating in the air.
Yeah, you could do like an actual person for that top head. And have like the
that's what I was saying. Is like you don't necessarily need to do a miniature. You could just do like a prosthetic on the person's head, some fake horns, and then the tentacles hanging out of their chin or whatever. Yeah, and you just comp in a bunch of heads at that point. But then you comp in that lady wriggling there too, and it would be a little bit of lighting work and everything. But again, a lot of these shots are like really quick and in passing, so it won't be hard to sell stuff like this. And I don't want to do these one-to-one rip-offs of this, but seeing these and getting cool ideas like this, I'm like, oh fuck, we could do something where people see it and they're like, we need to give these guys some money to make a real fucking movie. We're gonna make the gnarliest like satanic porno Conan ever. This thing too. This was another one I absolutely loved. It's like a bug monster. Again, they're all kind of hard to see because StreamYard sucks. But that dome, you cast in the clear silicone, it would basically pop on top of the makeup, and it looks like a fucking organ. And silicone's soft and everything, so you'd have to make like you'd have to cast like a rigid, almost like a bone. That would run up through the middle of it, but it was like another really cool idea. It almost looks like Alien, like a space helmet or something. It's almost like a organic exoskeleton. No?
That'd be cool.
Just silent. This was wicked cool. The chick with her chest flayed off.
I like the head.
Yeah, that's the kind of shit I like, though, is like, it's like there's horrific stuff, but then she's just wearing like a porcelain lady face mask with like seraphim helmet, like the 6 wings. But then like her hands are covered in blood. It looks like her legs were cut off and stitched back on. It fucking kicks ass. It's gross. This one's cool. Another lobster monster.
That'd be hard to do.
No, not too hard. So see, this was what I was talking about with the flash paper earlier, these weird like burning symbols.
Mm-hmm.
You would do something like that, and you basically have the symbol cut out in acetate, and then you would adhere flash paper down to the symbol. And then basically you have like a rigid, like very small mill wire that runs up and holds the acetate up in the air. And you have your fire starter essentially standing behind your actor, and they pop up and light the fucking flash paper really quick. The flash paper goes up, the acetate stays, but if you light it correctly, the light never hits the acetate, so you don't see it in the darkness. You just see the flash paper light up.
Mm-hmm.
And then you cut the frames of, like, you have your actor who's actually the thing like burning up and everything. You have them already like posing, doing their thing, whatever they're supposed to do. You have the fire starter, someone small who's hidden behind them. They light it, pull their arm back down, and then you just cut out the frames where their arm's still out. And you do a couple takes, obviously, so you have a couple different ones, but it's like doing like little prosthetics like that, and like little tricks like that, I think are going to go a really long way. I think you can actually buy flash paper now that burns up in different colors.
Oh, really?
Which I thought was really cool. Here's another thing. Like sexy bondage armor. Really weird. It makes no sense. Like, it wouldn't actually work, but cool. Another
I've
cool
seen that one.
paladin guy. This thing too, I found that printer that can print custom fabric, so I can make something in Photoshop that's like a yard long and put these like weird fake scrolls on it, and then print a yard of it. It's like $25. So I can print a couple of these banners on one sheet and cut them out and distress them and everything, and I don't have to worry about that. I have like cool cloth shit that looks like actual real cloth.
Did that guy work on For Honor, the video game?
I don't know. He should have if he didn't. I don't think he has anything in here for For Honor, but he's done a bunch of dope shit. Yeah, these guys are cool. These are more of they have like giant deer ticks on them.
Oh, I have seen that one too. I've seen
Yeah.
this guy's stuff.
You've probably followed him on Twitter and just weren't paying attention.
Maybe the first time.
The zygotic god or zygotic lord. This is another thing. It's got the fucking weird moon thing growing out of it. It's got like an umbilical cord that connects to a fleshy moon with a bunch of eyes all over it.
It's
That's
like that McDonald's moon guy, but in the most disturbing way.
Where me and Kevin were talking about it originally was like that's big in like Japanese ghost movies to just have like these weird like floating things that like follow characters around and shit. And then I saw this and I was like, holy fucking shit, dude, I want to do stuff. And this is almost easier if there's like a gross umbilical cord, because I learned how to make the fake intestines and stuff. You literally run like fake silicone intestines over like an actual like rigid tubing or something that can support this thing up in the air.
Yeah, I think it's like Thailand or someplace. And it was one of the Asian countries where like their version of vampires is literally just like floating organs connected to teeth.
Yeah, that's cool as fuck. You're just like, what the fuck is this? And then it's biting you. This was the other thing. Both these concept artists like to play with like arm proportions and stuff, which I think goes a really long way and will be easy to do. That's actually one of the easier things to do like articulation in with just like pull wires. So doing like claws or something like this it'd be complicated, but like especially with this where this guy's wearing like gauntlets, you basically hide the mechanics in the gauntlets and everything, and then they slip on over the actor's real hands, and it kind of works like those like Terminator hand toys they had back when T2 came out.
Mm-hmm.
You could flip your friends off. You just make them so they have like the fingers are sculpted in a cool way, so it looks like they have more of a range of motion than they actually do. It's basically it's all puppetry, and like I love how Tom Savini talks about it. Is like you're literally like a magician. You're doing a magic trick. You're only letting people see what they're supposed to see. Oh, a titty. That was appropriate. Another cool one, this guy just playing violin with a bunch of dead things all around. We jokingly, I think it was while you were gone, I asked if anybody has ever done like a fantasy short film where they just did it like Birdman style, but instead of a drummer, they had like a guy shredding on like electric guitar, just like in the frame for every scene. Like it's like a battle scene, and you just have like a dude fucking like ripping on guitar. It's just like everything's a wide shot, and there's always like a tiny little guy playing guitar. And I'm like, he's the bard.
Tom Bombadil.
Yeah, I think we even said you have him like.
Oh, get out. Hello, everybody. Headhunter Mouse says Headhunter had a $300,000 budget. Imagine doubling that and dropping a medieval dude in a forest, dealing with a Lynchian nightmare reality like these designs as he tries to get out of the forest.
The wrong button every time.
Says Indonesia, I think.
Yeah, I was saying you have like the track is obviously electric guitar, but you swap it out so he's playing a lute in all of the footage. Can you hear me?
With you.
Oh, did you now?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck yeah. I need to zoom in on that, and I can't.
This is the bad guy, the monster, from my story on Friday.
Oh, shit.
Kind of in keeping with what you've been looking at all night.
I'm going to steal it. I'm going to put it in the movie.
I'm still working out the design, but I wanted him to have like Celtic knots carved into this skull, and then this centerpiece here with some runes and stuff around it.
Fuck yeah. That game Blasphemous, I think, is another really good reference point for what I'm going for. Bloodborne, if you're looking for.
I'm gonna have a part in here too with a character whose skin starts to boil and melt off, and then gets engulfed in mystical flame.
Yeah, if you're looking for other weird shit for inspiration. Blasphemous, I think, is another one where they did a really, really good job with a lot of stuff. I don't know which screen we're sharing now. Okay, it's not sharing you at the moment. Yeah, I don't know if they had any like real concept art. It's really great pixel art, but yeah, these weird fucking things, like a bunch of giant hands holding up this fucking undead priest. I like the idea of that though. Thinking like outside the box like that. Like, oh, we could basically do like make somebody up in a makeup, and if we wanted to do something like that, it's a bunch of hands holding them up on a green screen, and we could even do that, and people would be like, "Holy fuck! It's a reference to that weird ass boss fight in Blasphemous." Here's a guy hiding inside a giant bell.
Yeah, Blasphemous is a really cool looking
Which
game design wise.
Again, something like this. So say we wanted to make that bell like fucking 10 times the size of the guy or something like that, and still make the guy move it or something. We could stop motion animate that on a green screen and then comp it with the footage of the guy moving something.
Did you ever play that game?
What?
Blasphemous?
Yeah.
How'd you like it?
It's hard as fuck, but I loved it. I'm still not all the way through it. I need to do more, but Blasphemous has, on the other end of things, instead of baby on a throne of gore, it has a giant baby.
Yeah,
it's
I
one
watched
of
all
the
the
boss
cutscenes on
fights.
YouTube for it.
Yeah, here he is, the giant crying baby who cries blood. He's a bastard. Bloodborne is another great one. I almost thought about doing something like this for the hero character, especially, I think Eileen the Crow. Really cool. Almost looks like Vampire Hunter D. I like that idea of doing something sort of obscured where it's not quite medieval or anything like that. It's sort of all over the place. Here's Eileen the Crow. Fucking cool ass character. But yeah, I think definitely like obscured lady hero where we're not going to see her face or anything like that. And just go fucking nuts with the creature design.
I don't know why you'd want a lady in there.
Yeah, right.
Do nothing but.
Of course, you wouldn't know. This was one of the early ideas I had too, and then I started finding it in tons of concept art as you make things look like ghostly and creepy as fuck, and just sort of little parts that look like bony. Give them a cool weapon, and then for some reason it's the go-to is just like somewhat human-looking face mask that isn't their real face. And they always black out the eyes. That's another like big like Asian market thing for horror is like the eyes. If you can see the eyes, they're like big and weird and make no sense.
Wow.
Or they're just like completely hollow black sockets.
Asian eyes make no sense. What a quote, Spencer.
Yeah, clip that. Clip that bad boy. Yeah, I gotta remember. I think it's House.
Oh, the Japanese movie House?
Yeah, I believe is the one I'm thinking of specifically. That has tons of like weird floating shit and experimental stuff, and just like strange shit going on throughout. I think a couple like floating head scenes and stuff.
Yeah, that's on the Criterion Collection. I've always wanted to watch it.
It's wacky as fuck. I've only watched it once, but
they have seen the American House. Which is a totally different movie.
Stuff like that I like. I think something like this would be really fucking cool. Sorry, I gotta share the screen again, guys. Like a fake eye scene. Like the character tripping out or something. But like eyes like bulging out of their head or something. That's just the ring, her like doing the weird look down.
Mm-hmm.
But like do like weird close-ups with strange lighting and shit. To sell the action, since there's not going to be a lot in it. Like you could do a close-up like something like this with the eyes bulging and then just like giant blood splatter right into the face. And that's the only real movement and action you see in that moment. It's just eyes and then just like a geyser of blood hitting her in the head.
Right. Oh shit. Is that Ito? No, that's not Ito. Is it?
I was gonna say it kind of looks like it, but there's not really any like distinguishing faces or anything, and I'm not super. Yeah, it's Ito.
Style, but then the back does.
And he's done so much shit. I actually have like a stack of his stuff. I'm like waiting to read, but that might be appropriate to get into now.
Oh, you posted a thing, a meme of Junji Ito and Miyazaki.
Yeah, I was fucking dying at that all day because it's like this feels like me and you.
But it's funny to me because, like, you know,
like
I like that the idealized
the
version of a world is, somebody who hates the Beatles. That's awesome to me.
Yeah, like I love that because I was like, I'm that guy. I'm gonna be smoking cigarettes and talking about how much I fucking hate the Beatles at like 70 years old, and I was like, I hope at that point I'm painting beautifully like that. And fucking Ito's just like, I love the Beatles. Check out this spooky shit. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. We talked about a bunch of shit. Oh, yeah, dude. We just watched the Death Note movie.
The Japanese version? Or
the actual accurate one. Not the lame one. I think it'd be cool to do something really cheap like that in like a forest scene too, and just have like a bunch of people painted up really weird. You like just see their faces. Yeah, I gotta start putting an outline together for the final stuff. Make their heads explode. Because we could just fill condoms with blood at that point and set up like fake shoulder rigs since you're only seeing the face and like.
Even that right there at the bottom, right in the middle of the screen.
The thing head?
Yeah, like even if you did something like that, just as a single still shot, just throwing it in there like a flash. So you don't have to do anything. You don't have to animate it. You just gotta design it.
Well, that's what I mean is like if you made something like that, like a mask where the actor's head is in the right head and the top head is just like foam rubber or whatever, and you have the actor's eye like, turn and look at you and just like turn the head a little bit and look at you. Yeah, that'd be fucking killer. The biggest thing is if it's a miniature, I need to make it big enough or shoot it from far enough to where things can like focus and still look good. And I can't do any, like if I want to do fire effects, I can't do them up on the miniatures. I have to comp them so the range fits right. I'm sure you've seen that on like corridor videos where they talk about that.
Yeah.
Like the scale of things doesn't look right. The physics sort of like feel off and you'll notice it. So it's like if I want like a miniature burning, I need to shoot the miniature and then shoot the fire separately and comp it all in. We'll figure it out though. That's what all this planning is for. That could be cool though when she kills the mushroom guy. Like we cut to her fighting the mushroom guy. And then cut afterwards to her eating some of the mushroom guy's head, and that's where the tripping scene comes in.
That'd be freaky.
Because that's the whole, I want to go with sort of like this survivalist living off the land, this even though it is a foreign land, Like nothing will stop this weird silent bitch. Yeah, I think we're gonna end it there though. It's 1:50. We've been going for almost 3 hours. We're just rambling. You're getting quiet.
I'm getting tired.
Yeah, I can tell. But yeah, dudes,
Sorry.
thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. This was a lot of fun. I'm gonna get back to work because I'm wide awake. But thank you again, guys. Go check out all the books, all the links in the description. City of Rot, Hammerella. Man, my brain is frying now. Wirehead. Get on the Alterna campaign before it's too late. Tomorrow is the last day. That's crazy. Tomorrow or today is right? Or is that another day away? Oh yeah, we got 2 days. Thursday is fucking New Year's Eve. Are you doing anything for that?
New Year's Eve?
Yeah.
We'll probably just stay up till midnight.
Just like shoot guns and fucking.
Not even. I wish.
Yeah. It's like maybe stream for that? I don't know. Maybe we'll do a stream earlier in the night or something. I'll have time to burn getting to midnight.
If we get that stimulus check before then, I'll start shooting some guns.
Oh yeah, you're gonna ball out?
Fuck yeah.
Get you a nice fucking
I'm just gonna do every stream with an AR-15 strapped to my chest.
You could get a gun or you could get 2 high points.
You can get like 10 high points with it.
Get yourself 6 high points.
And shoot them with your AR-15.
Yeah. And shoot them all one time before they explode in your hands. We're going to get that High Point sponsorship. That'd be wild. That'd be wild. Yeah, take it back.
I want to ask for that.
Thank you, dudes, for hanging out with us. Yeah, we got one more. I, for some reason, thought it was the 31st now. It's the 30th. I'm an idiot.
I will wear a Blue Chew shirt every stream, but High Point, go fuck yourself.
Yeah. Does it get your dick hard? Yes. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching, dudes. And we'll see you later.
Thanks, chat. You were awesome.